I'm Generio. I will be the host for today. Let's see. Make sure everything okay. So we already recording. All right.
Been on all the cast to get in.
Okay. While
Give
you
them a
doing
few
that,
minutes.
I'm setting up my stream. Okay. All right. I see that we have some outlets already in. All right. And I see that everyone have. All right. So we just ask all media to make sure that they have their are muted. I think I already muted it. Yeah. All right.
Welcome, everyone. We're just giving the cast a few minutes to get in. Definitely pay attention to the chat because we will be utilizing the chat during the press conference. Feel free to network as well and engage social media. Notes for your publications. Right now, I only need my cast cammed up and our moderator, Geranario Scott. Everyone up, everyone else, please remember to cam down if you're not a part of the cast for now and mute your mics.
Right. All right, y'all. So thank you so much for all the media outlets that's on. Again, I'm the host for today. If you are on and if your camera is on, please turn your camera off. They're asking for only the cast to have their cameras on. Also, audio. Make sure your audio is off. Thank you. Thank you. We'll be getting started. We're just waiting for some of the cast to come on.
Women for the Culture, can you please put your hand out for now? Chris. And really quick, if you're not used to working Zoom, if you click view at the top and click gallery, you will be able to full screen see all the cast members at this present time. Let's give it about 2 minutes and we're going to go ahead and get started, Generio.
Okay.
If you are a cast member, please come up and turn on your camera. If you are a cast member, we're getting ready to get started in 1 minute. We want to make sure we include everyone. So cast members, please cam up so we know that you are here.
All right. So we have Miss Givens, Mr. Davis. We have Miss Coleman, Miss Banks, Mr. Williams, Mr. Jones, Whitaker. Who else we have? Bowens. All right.
Keisha, would you mind putting your hand out for right now, sweetie? We're going to get to questions in just a second.
All right, all right, all right. So we are going to go ahead and jump in there. Again, I'm your host, Generio Scott. And today we are on the press junket for Too Many Christmases. Now, as you see, this cast is amazing. And if you saw the trailer, or if you saw any of you on the media team that actually saw the movie, then you know that this is definitely a Christmas tragedy mixed with humor. Like it's really funny. And the cast did an amazing job putting out their characters and making it, funny. Like you really can't see or really don't get into so many Christmas movies that's hilarious. Like this one. Definitely hilarious. So again, Too Many Christmas, written by Clarence Williams, and directed by Kenny Young. Jerome and Kayla are excited to spend the first Christmas together. The only problem is that they've never celebrated Christmas without their respective families. Now, this Christmas, instead of deciding on one event, they agreed to attend two at the same time. That appears that families, yeah, it was some up and down, a lot of up and down, but they got it together as most families, Um, with this cast, you have Jonathan Davis, Russell Jones, Latoya Banks, Gian Jones, Mr. Fitzgerald, and Jordan Babs. We have Portia, we have Denzel, Jackie Henry, Adele Givens, Michael Cooper, Valerie Petford. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in again, media. In the chat, we will have you going. We'll be going in the chat. We'll let you know who is next. Again, I'll be calling everyone from there. But just to go ahead and jump in there, this is open to all casts. So when it comes to your characters, or just from your own perspective, on family acceptance or personal growth during the holiday season, what advice would you give to anyone watching the movie?
Please, not all at once.
We have to unmute. I know we all got to unmute.
Good Lord.
Let's unmute our mics. Hey, everybody. What's up? Yeah. Hi, Cass. It's been like so long. We haven't seen each other. So, hey, everybody. Go ahead. Denzel, you take that. And then if you want, I'll go.
You know what? I'm going to hold on for a second because I'm just staring at us looking like we're in Squid Games right now.
Right. I'm
Good Lord, family. It's great to see.
Unmuting the mic.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Yeah,
I
ain't gonna hold you. Can you repeat the question?
All right. So on your using your own perspective on family acceptance and personal growth during the holiday season, what advice would you give the audience during this holiday season?
That's a lot.
I'll go. I'll kick it off.
Yeah, go ahead, John.
This is Jahan Jones. I heard you trying to pronounce it.
Right. Jihan. Okay, Jahan.
Jahan.
I played the character of LeVar. My take on advice to people for the holidays, I'll keep it simple. It's just to cherish your family and your close friends. You never know how long you're going to have them. You never know what's going to happen to yourself. So just be in the moment, cherish family. Skip the arguments, put all the feuds aside, and just come together and love one another.
I love that. I think regarding the movie in real life, I think what you learn is not to spread yourself thin. A lot of us have big families. I only have a younger sibling and then I have an older sibling, but at the end of the day, people are all kind of spread apart. But I have a ton of uncles, a ton of aunts, and everybody lives all in California. So it's really hard when you're trying to figure out whose house you're going to go to at what time. And if you don't kind of set a schedule or figure out, okay, what is my priority? What do I want to do for me? And then, you can extend yourself to everyone else. I think yourself being, satisfied at the end of the day is what's important. And I think that's the message of this movie. We wanted to please each other so bad that we kind of lost ourselves within that. And we had to come together and say, now we're a couple, we're married, let's start our own tradition. And that's when all the craziness happens. So you just got to put yourself first before you can put everyone else first around you.
Right.
I feel like an important lesson is that communication is key, because you never know, who's going to say what, or, if you're scared to say something, you just never know someone's response. So it could be as simple, as easy as it is. You just never know unless you communicate with your family and whoever's involved, and everyone could be happy. You just never know. So being scared to communicate or not to communicate is something that I feel like is definitely a learning lesson.
Okay.
I think we should extend grace the same way we want grace extended to ourselves. Sometimes we don't know where a person necessarily is that day, what's going on with them in their life. We might not know all the details, and a lot of times stuff isn't personal, and we might take it personal and it turns a small thing into a big thing. But if we learn to lead with love and extend grace, then we can resolve half of our issues.
Mm-hmm. I think, my name is Jonath. I think one lesson is to kind of piggyback off everyone is to kind of just assume the best, like have the better attitude. You know what I mean? A lot of times we have these stress because we think something may go wrong. We think they're going to feel a certain way. We think this could happen, but we don't know. If we just kind of come with the best attitude, just assume the best is gonna happen, you'd be surprised that it definitely ain't gonna be as bad as you thought it could have been.
And adding to that, piggybacking off, hi fam, off of what everyone else said, I think something that I learned from this character is to have an open mind and to be willing to accept change, and that change can be good amongst traditions, and it's okay to start a new tradition. So just keeping a nice open mind and being willing to accept something new and accept something different in the midst of traditions, and being able and open to make new traditions.
Really quick, if you're not cast at the moment, I need for you to calm down. Sorry.
All right, we have any other answers?
I think Adele was trying to
Adele,
talk.
unmute your mic, Adele.
Trying to figure out the
I was
music.
trying.
Not too much of my mom.
There
Too
we
much
go.
mama.
We got you, girl. Come on.
I've been talking. Y'all just
I
saying.
saw you. I was
We
like,
didn't-
I
was
think
like,
Adele
what is she
needs some
saying? Sign
technical,
language.
Help the old folks. That's my advice.
Here you go.
She
We
jumped
got
in
you, Mama.
perfectly.
We got
Help
you.
the old people with technology this Christmas. That is my advice. Drink a lot and help old folks operate and navigate through technology so y'all can hear us.
There we go.
Love that.
I'll take it.
Mhm.
All right. So we are going to go ahead and jump into other medias. Thank you so much for those amazing answers. Again, media, we have a lot of media on here. So we ask for everyone to ask one question. One question, okay? All right. So we're going to begin with, where's this list? All right. So we're going to begin with Bobby Penn.
Mr. Jones, do you mind turning your camera sideways for us so your wide screen for the recording? Thank you.
Look who's the old person now, Jahan.
Don't do me like
I'm
that.
just saying, y'all. Like,
Jahan,
come on, get your
don't
dimensions
argue
right.
like that.
Who is the target? You look like a hitman right now.
But
I
it's
know.
straight up.
Let's just get this clear. I'm not dressed as my character right now. I'm on the East Coast. It's very cold. On the run. I got a hoodie
He got
on.
that bonnet on.
Yeah, he looks like
And-
he's at a stakeout. You at
Oh,
a
he does have a bonnet
Different
on.
movie.
The bonnet
I
is
dressed
crazy.
up for a different movie. Sorry, guys. I'm actually a funny guy.
This isn't Natural Born Killers. Please.
Exactly. What movie is this?
All right. So
Thank you for
That's
clearing the
all
elephant
good.
in the room. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys.
all right. So we're going to begin with Bobby Penn. Are you on?
I'm here.
Okay. Got you.
Thank you all for your time and speaking with us media, especially Black media. We truly appreciate that. I want to ask you guys, this goes to the whole panel, but if Portia and Adele specifically could answer it, it would be amazing. Tell me a time when your Christmas holiday was either ruined or maybe got a little messy.
Oh, Adele, you want to take that one?
Ruined. I would like to tell you about it, but it's sad. So I don't want to tell you about that. So a little messy. I don't know, get messy every year with my family. As soon as somebody break out a deck of cards and flash a few dollars, it's gambling time in my house.
That's what I feel you. Not as much messy, I'd have to say. Like a lot of my family, we sing, we dance. So it's one of those where it's kind of like, okay, dance challenge time. If we're going into choreography or some sort of singing challenge, it's a competition. You know what I'm saying? And then one time my aunt actually burnt some of the food. Then that was like, now come on. You have one job.
What was the dish?
It was the pie. The pie was burnt. But I like burnt stuff. I love food that's actually really crispy, so I didn't mind. But she burnt the whole dish because she was busy doing the dance challenge. So I'm like, we can do the choreo, but she's gonna burn it. And we actually didn't have any other desserts. Like usually people bring a lot of desserts. That was like the only one. And we was like, oh, you gonna burn the pie though? So it wasn't horrible, but at the end of the day, it was like, okay, you burnt the dish. So yeah.
You're a soldier for pushing through. Did anybody else want to answer?
No, I got a second with Adele. Spades and margaritas. Separately, they can be dangerous. Put them together and it's disastrous.
Toxic.
So don't bring those to any Christmas event.
Right.
Good.
Well, my family doesn't do margaritas. They go straight to the tequila without all the sweet stuff and all the additional
Oh
ingredients.
man, y'all getting straight to it. Yeah.
Well, sheesh.
Skip
Grown
the
and sexy. Let's go.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you being on.
All right, so we are going to switch some things around. So instead, we're just going to go based off media that raises hand. Begin with, we're going to start with Malik Pollard.
And really quick, while Malik is up, can those who have their hands up turn your hand down because it's going to show in the recording. We want to keep it fair for everyone. Thank you.
Where's the hands? You mean our physical hands?
No, not you.
No, it's in the chat.
Not you. We need the publications, but Malik is next.
Y'all better let me know because
It's on the back end. Adele, on the back end. We can't. We're not looking at it, but it's in the back. Yes.
Well, first of all, everyone, I want to say congratulations. I happened to get a chance to see the movie. It's hilarious. I want to talk a little bit about the barbershop scene because, you know, as men or as young men, we learn a lot in the barbershop. And that scene with you guys, especially when you guys were joning on Jahan's character at the end, how much of that was improv and how much of that was on the script? Because it seemed like you were having a good time.
Well, then yeah, you want to go into that, Clarence? But all right, I'll kick it off. First of all, we said it on an interview yesterday. Clarence wrote the heck out of this script. He did a wonderful job. When I first read this script, I was like, man, y'all about to give me an alley-oop like that? I really don't have to add nothing to have some fun in this with this character.
Thank you.
Hey, you did your thing. We all love your writing, bro. So I'm the type of actor where I don't really change lines. I just add on to the lines. I improv around it. And yes, there was a lot of improv going on in there, my brother. A lot. It was already a funny, hilarious scene, but that was one of the scenes our director Kenny was like, go. Just go. And I was like, and I can go, but I was looking at Kenny like, really? And even Denzel was like, well, what are we turning this movie into? Because he knows how far I can go too. So it was like, all right. So we went. I was on one in that scene. I just was saying, after he told me that, I was saying anything that came to my mind, and they was bouncing it back, and they was giving it to me at the end. So it was a fun scene.
Nice.
I think Jahan is being extremely modest.
Very
that response. It was, by the time we had filmed that scene, we were either on our last days approaching like the end of the shoot. So we had all pretty much well gelled with the family. We have done even the hardest emotional bits. So we know our hills and valleys. Now, what was fun about the barbershop scene is, of course, like Jonathan and I, we're kind of like the grounding unit to that scene. And I'm trying my best not to mess up Mr. Fitzgerald's hair because I got some real clippers and I just don't want to turn them on because I might have this whole hairline looking sideways. Yeah. Now, John is right. He came in for the first take, super casual, just stuck to the lines. Kenny had encouraged us to go far from the page. At that point, we had, like I said, became cemented within our characters. So Kenny was like, hey, man, do that thing you do, right? And he just takes a look. Next thing I know, Jahan comes in, he's moonwalking into the barbershop, hops up on a little ledge, does this spin. The whole camera can't even catch him because nobody knows what he's doing. I swear at one moment he probably did the splits. No, Jahan is a character, and what's wonderful is, again, everybody kind of knew their roles or, their contribution to the overall script. Like I said, once we became our characters, Jahan is that guy. You know what I mean? And he's just naturally funny on and off screen. So let him go, and that was the magic of the scene.
Yeah, trust me. But don't let him be modest. Jonathan Denzel was getting me. You've seen it because I haven't. It would get me with some bombs.
Yeah. So to answer your question directly, Malik, man.
Yeah.
What script? But we went off, man. When they said we could hype, or you say Jones roast, whatever you want to call it. Oh, that's one of my specialties. So once I saw the sneakers, it was going down. It was going down.
Yeah.
Nice. Definitely one of my favorite scenes. And congratulations again to you all. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Jahan, DC is in the house. Had to say that.
DC, I'm in a DMV right now. If I didn't want to mess up this interview, I would show you a view. That's too personal.
Stakeout.
Is the cast the only ones on here who haven't seen the movie?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like
haven't
it.
seen it.
I haven't seen
I have not seen the movie yet.
Somebody in this cast saying it. Somebody being modest. Somebody saying it.
No. No.
Everybody got a
we haven't.
secret link or something.
Even Clarence hasn't seen. No.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Clarence, that ain't right.
You got to do something, Clarence. That ain't right.
Do somebody.
Send the link.
But thank you so much. Appreciate you.
All right, so next we have Women for Culture.
Hey y'all, can y'all see me?
Hi.
Yes, we see you.
Okay.
For those who have their hands up, I have the screenshot. Please put your hands down and just write in the chat. We see you guys.
Hey y'all, so my name is Natasha and I'm with Women for the Culture. Thank you so much for having me on today. So,
yeah, thanks for being here.
my question is for Deshawn. Am I saying your name correctly?
Yes, Deshawn.
Oh, Deshawn, sorry about that. So, Deshawn, my question is more on a personal level for you. So, you're a great dancer, great singer, great actor. You have a BFA in musical theater. You did everything from regional theater to doing theater on cruise ships. So, as you know, we're in the era right now where everyone is falling in love with Wicked, and we're seeing that representation, sorry, y'all, matters. So, if you could take any musical and bring it to the big screen, what would it be and why?
Oh, this is such an overwhelming question. Oh my gosh.
I'm so sorry.
But I love it though, because I'm like, gosh, in my brain, think on my feet. Okay, you said any play or any what to make it into a musical? Just any.
If you was to take any musical, any Broadway musical, and take it to the big screen, which one would you choose and why?
Any Broadway musical that I would take to the big screen. I think that I would give me like 5 seconds to go through a million musicals. I think maybe something that's currently on Broadway. I think I would maybe take The Outsiders, actually.
Okay.
That's currently on Broadway. It was like derived from a novel made into a play, a stage play. It is just there's so many actually cinematic elements to the play that I feel like would translate very well to screen. For instance, one of my favorite musicals is Dreamgirls. And so when I first read the show, did the show, I was like, it's almost as if this was written for the screen because there's so much things that are happening in the show that's on stage and backstage. And so I was like, I feel like this would the story could be so much clearer if they just did a movie. And then they did a movie of it. And I'm like, okay, now everyone gets Dreamgirls because the show is literally about the things that happen backstage. And there's only so much you could do in a stage show. So with The Outsiders, with that currently being on Broadway, I do think that would translate very well cinematically.
Yes, thank you so much. And I love me some Dreamgirls. I know that musical from but thank you so much and y'all have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, up next we have Upscale magazine.
Hey, I love some Upscale.
That's Mo Clark.
Upscale mag in the house.
Hey y'all, give me 2 seconds. I'm coming. I'm coming. I had to take dogs outside. I didn't think y'all was gonna call me yet.
Is that Atlanta accent?
Yeah.
All right,
well, I do. Y'all can hear it. Thank God.
Yeah, we can hear
I'm
you.
from Tennessee, so I appreciate it.
Gail Shaw.
I'm from Tennessee, so I'm glad y'all hear probably all of it. Okay.
Oh, we do go all of it.
That's Tennessee.
Here I go. Okay. So guys, this is my thing, and I hope this don't sound wrong, but I am so thankful that you guys put out another Black Christmas movie because I have watched all of them and I am tired of Googling Black Christmas movies. And I will watch Ralphie 11 times. I love A Christmas Story, but it's good to see us on the screen. So this question is actually based off the future for you guys. because the way that this was written, it has so many characters that everybody can relate to in their family. So I see this being a sequel. I see this being multiple. So are you guys actually down to do more Christmas movies based off this family?
Jonah, tell them the name that we came up with yesterday.
Clarence.
Tell them.
Natasha, we already with you. Yeah, we already came with it
Let's
yesterday.
go.
Next one's
We
called
already go.
We already said
3
that.
mini
Yes, yes.
Christmases.
next one's called 3 mini Christmases.
Yep. So
3
Clarence,
mini.
get to it.
I said it yesterday on our live. That's Clarence's question. Go ahead. Is it written yet?
Yeah,
Well,
we waiting on you.
that all depends on the producers, you know. So
Well, all
I know
right.
watching,
So look, Clarence, we talked about what it could be. Jonah, what did we talk about? What the story possibly could be?
Yeah,
and then
Remember what we said yesterday? What?
They said we gotta
We
explore
said,
Creed family.
yeah.
And LeVar probably engaged.
And to, probably
I
to
like
the
that.
twin, back to the twin.
And the twin sister.
And then, and then Deshaun's character goes to the war. And my new scam.
But that's so funny because on ours, me and Denzel was like, "Oh, we could have twins,
Yeah.
and we got to figure which kid is going to go to which." So please, you guys, tell everybody to go watch it and stream it on the 12th because numbers matter. We can't just talk about it and keep it to ourselves. Talk about it, tweet about it, Facebook and Instagram, and share it with your friends. Because, like you said, Black families, we need to see that those positive role models. These are all stories that everyone can relate to. So thank you guys for being here and just share and tell everybody and write about it. We love you for that.
I'm excited. I'm already ready. I'm ready.
Come on now.
I'm
I
ready.
think we
Let's
should
go.
note that this is already like a world building. Clarence, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but Jackie and Michael's characters are in SoFly, right?
Yes.
Kind of crosses.
So actually, thank you, Ratoya, for putting that out. Yes. So technically, it's the same universe. So Tashina Arnold's character, Wyvetta from Soulfly Christmas, which I also wrote. So make sure you check that out if you haven't. And watch it again. But yeah, so she is actually cousins with Portia's character Kayla. So it's all connected. And with Lily and Kayla are siblings. So Lily is also a cousin of Wyvetta as well. So yeah, it's the same universe, same family.
Yep.
So yeah, we're hoping. I would love to write more. I got a lot of ideas. So please watch, like Portia said, share it and watch it again and again and then one more time.
Run it up. Just put on BET Plus and just hit repeat. Press play, repeat.
I'm definitely gonna share it. That's something me and my mom do. Like once we find a good Black holiday movie, we texting it in the group. It's gonna be in the group chat. So as soon as we get off this call, I'm be like,
yeah.
Like,
Oh, that's so sweet.
Thank
you
you
so much. That means a lot. Yeah.
I just want to jump in here really quick. So, one of the producers of the film, and just to answer Mo Clark's question, it really comes down to the support of people like yourselves, the press. We appreciate you guys coming out, doing the press days, sharing our story, telling as many people about it, just kind of reiterating what Portia said. But we'd love to do many, many more, and just love this cast. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you, Pierre.
Oh, you know it was a situation with Big Boy
Yes.
P.
Thanks,
Producer P come out.
Producer P said, "Let me show my face."
Pierre shows up. Oh man, we talk.
Yeah. I didn't know he was on the Zoom.
He did it. He called rank. He said, "Let me call rank real quick."
Man,
come on, pull up. Thank you,
basically
Pierre.
get those
They are
numbers
amazing.
up so we can see some financing happen on the back.
Come on, Worldwide Media Entertainment. Thank you guys so much.
All right, next we have Muse TV.
Nice.
Muse.
Hello, Muse TV. Hi.
Hi, everybody. Can you see me?
Yes. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you all for, just being so brilliantly talented. Y'all have me rolling over my bed, honestly.
Oh, so you saw the movie too?
Of course they had to.
Hasn't, except for us. I don't even understand.
All good. That's all good.
I enjoyed it. I actually watched it twice. So, I mean, Terrence, that's a credit to you. Good writing. So I'd like to start with a separate question for Clarence, one separate for Deshaun, and then one for the rest. But for Clarence, I mean, you generally write thrillers, dramas, and even horror with your your writing producing partners. So how much of a shift was it for you to instead write a feature with the sitcom feel that also employs the usual archetypes and the physical comedy? And then for Deshaun, Deshawn, what was it like for you to sing with Miss Valerie Pettiford? And then for everybody else, the theme of this is Christmas won't be the same if one of us is away. So I'd like to extend the same to you. I mean, Christmas won't be the same if ... So if cousin Leroy don't bring another girl every single year, he always got another girl, or, Aunt Gloria without her, I don't know, like baked mac and cheese. So
I love it. Go on, Clarence. That's a great question. Thank you.
Great questions. And firstly, thank you. Thank you for watching it twice. We love to hear that. To answer your question, I would say, I love all types of genres. So I love, horror, drama, thriller, write a little bit of everything. But I'm also, at the end of the day, I'm a kid born in the 90s. So, I grew up on Martin, Living Single, Smart Guy, Sister Sister. So watching Def Comedy Jam. So Miss Adele Givens, it's a privilege to even be on the same call as you. So yeah, so I have all of that kind of embedded in me already. So it wasn't really hard to go and kind of tap into that comedy and pull those elements out. And I think also since I've been a big fan of, dramatic pieces and dramatic work as well, it wasn't that big of a stretch to go into the elements of Lily and his grandfather and kind of exploring that dynamic. Because unfortunately, in a lot of families, I mean, not every family, of course, but some families, we do have, that kind of clash. But at the end of the day, I wanted to make sure I highlighted that despite differences, we can come together and accept each other and love each other. And I think that's the core message of Too Many Christmases is everyone, and kind of what Ratoya had said earlier, like leading with love. I think despite the shenanigans and all the craziness of the film, everybody led with love. So Jerome led with love, Kayla led with love. They wanted to appease their families. And only character I would say maybe could do a little more growing would be Brother LeVar. But I think
brother.
He growing, he trying.
He was trying. And actually, this is just a random side note real quick, but Jahan, I just want to say, you probably don't remember this, but when I first came out to LA, I was working at Fox Hills Mall or Westfield Mall. I was working at the Santa set. You actually came over to me and asked me, you probably do not remember this, but you came over to me, you asked me where the bathroom was. I told you, you were like, thank you. So I just want to say it's full circle moment now that you're,
Clarence, please.
Oh my God.
That's real. That's a real story.
Insane.
So I had to say
I was just thinking on this whole time, like, I need to get Clarence's info. I need to do some project.
Well,
Might find him on the gram, Denzel.
Wow.
We already met.
But that's actually a good message. That goes to show you never know who you cross paths with and how the universe is so intertwined. Because what if Jahan would not have been nice to him and was like, yeah, forget you, and he might have been a fan? Jahan wouldn't have been cast because they would have said, yo, what about Jahan? They'd be like, no, I met him. That goes to show relationships in this business matter so much.
That's real.
Crazy.
It really does. That's incredible.
The world is small.
Wow.
Man, I wasn't tripping.
Right? And I think, was it Deshawn that didn't she? I think you're
saying. Your question, I believe, was how was it to sing with Miss Valerie Pettiford? First off, as soon as I found out, I was like, wait, she's playing my mom. This is so crazy because I feel like I was like, wait, she's a Broadway girly. I've known about her. She's a Fosse girl, jazz girl. So I was like, wait, this is actually kind of crazy because this woman literally could have spit me out her mouth. So when I was listening, I was like, wait, I have to see. I was so incredibly nervous. And we were recording in the studio. I just was like, can I just hear her sing? Do I need to sing with her? Because she's just so good. But it honestly was an honor to get to sing with her and just kind of like live out that dream of like, I am singing with a Broadway, coming from a very large theater background and knowing who she was in the New York scene and Broadway. I was like, wow, what a once in a lifetime dream to sing with this woman and get to be her son. So it was an incredible experience and so grateful for that.
I just want to add about Valerie and Miss Adele. Sometimes you grow up watching stuff where you see people and you look up to them and then you meet them in person and you might be kind of disappointed. I just want to say they were so extremely humble and kind and down to earth that, I don't know, it's just amazing. Thank you, Adele.
Humble.
Yeah.
Thank you. Make me feel good. Thank you.
Yeah. It's amazing.
And now for the rest of y'all, I mean, Christmas won't be the same if ...
if Trump becomes president.
Girl.
Well,
Well,
we got one last Christmas without it.
You know what? Truthfully, Christmas wouldn't be the same without my mother. She is the glue of the family, brings us all together. She's the cook of the family. So really, it's kind of like everything centers around her. She is the true matriarch of our entire family.
Beautiful. Christmas, I feel, in a way, won't be the same. A couple of years ago, I lost my father and then my aunt, like last year. So it's kind of like when you're doing Christmas, when people that you love so much are not there, it changes the dynamic of it. But it also helps you remember to cherish life, the ones that you do have, and it makes you bring those people closer. So I think the holidays definitely bring the opportunity, like you said, Jahan, to heal or to talk to people you might not have talked to in a while, and just to fix things. So sometimes things are petty and you realize, why are you holding on to something when tomorrow those same people may not be at the dinner table with you to celebrate? So it makes you cherish the ones that are here while still remembering those that have passed on.
That's right.
For me, we always do a prayer before we open up the gifts for Christmas. And my nephew, at this time, he's only 15, but for the past few years, he's always kind of started the prayer. And then I kind of do the one at dinner. And God know our heart, but it's really a competition. And Christmas won't be the same if we ain't got that prayer competition happening.
I'm glad you said that that's a competition, because every time my husband blessed the food, we be sitting there waiting so long. We be looking at each other like, I don't know what kind of relationship he got with Jesus, but I wish they called each other more frequently so we don't have to wait for this prayer.
I don't know how long that line is at the pearly gates. I'm just trying to make sure I made it.
Trying to make it to the gates.
All right. One more from Miss Jordan and then Mr. Juhan.
Yeah, so for me, Christmas wouldn't be the same. Like Adele said, my grandfather, I mean, he could do a 20-minute prayer. It won't, you know what I'm saying, without breathing, without looking up for breath. So he, it will not be the same without that, because that cracks the whole family up. And after that, we are so ready to eat. We get in. So yeah, I mean, I feel like it really wouldn't be the same without him doing that. It's so funny, and it brings us all together in laughter and in cheer, and then we eat and everything's, you know what I'm saying, copacetic. And he knows what he's doing. I think the problem is that he knows that he's doing that, and because it's every Christmas, and every Christmas is the same thing. We're like, how long are you going to pray like that? And he's like, well, as long as I want to. So he knows what he's doing. That's why I feel like it's funnier. So yeah.
No chill.
A little mini sermon.
Right. I'm like, okay, we got in church, but it's okay.
They definitely know what they're doing. I agree.
They do. They know.
One year my son asked my husband, were you praying for the change in the cup holder? What is he asking Jesus?
Right.
I guess he wants this. The question that goes to everybody. For me, I would say Christmas wouldn't be the same without any of my family members or loved ones. It doesn't feel well to lose somebody, whether that was through an argument or just through health or their time. So that could be anybody that's close to me. But like Portia said, it makes you really cherish the memories that you had of that loved one and cherish the people that you still have in your life, because it's inevitable for some of the stuff to happen anyway. But I am very much a grounded family person. I was fortunate enough to be raised in my household we weren't perfect. We definitely had our hoodish ways and moments, DMV, but we were family oriented and we worked hard to be able to stay above water for the most part. So missing anybody would hurt, but
so Jahan's parents came to set. We met his parents. They were incredible. So he's right. His parents were a gem. We all went to eat. It was like the love was there for all to feel like, oh my gosh, his parents are there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, and I'll have a transparent moment with you, Portia, and everybody. I'll just be transparent because life is about being transparent. I'm very fortunate of that because my father is dealing with cancer right now. So that's why this is a little bit of a tricky question, but I'm just home spending time with my father, and I am happy that my parents get a chance to see these type of accomplishments and got a chance to come up to New York and really sit there and witness that. So
wow. Well, prayers up to your father. Please send them on.
Thank you.
Lots of prayers up. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Bless you, Pops.
Happy holidays, folks. Thank you all so much for your time and enjoy the press tour.
Thank you so much for
Thank
your Thank you.
All
I
right.
ain't mean to get all deep on y'all. We can keep it.
No, that's this is family. This is love. This is good for them to hear. Like, we really all do support each other, and like a lot of us already knew each other even prior too. So this is beautiful. So no, prayers to your father, for real.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes, definitely prayers. All right, so the team is getting on me. So make sure everyone asks one question. Okay, media outlets, one question. And they're asking that no more than 2 cast members answer one question due to time. All right, so next we have Chris.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for having me real quick. My question is for Adele. Adele, with you being the legend that you are, what was the atmosphere like on set, especially, this time of year when everybody is, trying to keep a positive mindset with things going on? So what was the atmosphere like on set?
For me, thank you for asking the question, first of all, and thank you for the support. But for me, it was just like it is right now. It's kind of family. These people, I didn't know these people before I started working with them. I mean, I knew of them, some of them, but I didn't know them. But it felt like family. It really did feel like kind of a Christmassy family type environment, even with the craziness that was happening with the 2 families. It really put that Christmas thing in there because there was always something with some relative.
Always.
It kind of felt like it really did feel like family. And I just want to say I appreciate the support from every cast member because as a comedian, I'm not an actor, but they was like, you doing this. They gave me so much confidence and support. So it was just an all around wonderful experience for me and a great family oriented feeling that I love.
Thank you so much for your time. Hope you guys have a great holiday. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next we have Ty Parks.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
So I have a question for Portia and Denzel. So as someone said earlier, we are seeing this explosion of Black Christmas music, Black Christmas movies that I absolutely love. But I wanted to know what it feels like to be part of something that's breaking the mold on multiple fronts. Because on one hand, it is a Black cast. And, like a lot of people, when they think of Christmas movies, they think Hallmark and a different type of storyline. So not only did you all have a Black cast, but you stepped away from this, girl goes back to her hometown and falls in love with, whatever guy. So what did that feel like?
I think it was amazing because, like you said, it wasn't stereotypical. When I saw the script, I was like, wait a minute. Okay, this is a young couple who are in love, who haven't understood yet the value of getting their tradition set while trying to please other people. So the script initially was exactly what drew me to the role, but just how different the different aspects we're touching on, the character of my brother Lily, let's say Deshaun, who was truly set in who he is, but the family not accepting who he is fully, and us trying to get the family on board with his life, and then we have Jahan's character who's like this wild child who doesn't want to settle down, who's out here reckless with it, but then gets hurt because he likes a girl that he thinks disrespects him when that's not the narrative. So many different things were happening where I think the script was beautifully written to be original and be different than what you're seeing. Like you said, a typical Hallmark movie. So it was a gem to play this role. Amazing to be with Denzel. Like first day, we were all talking yesterday. We went to Walmart. We did couple stuff. We saw each other in the lobby. I'm like, let's go out. We're hanging out. We're going to eat for 3 days. We just literally hung out like husband and wife and just got to know each other. And it really just helped so much set the tone on set. And all of us, we hung out all the time. It was just us. So it was amazing to bond together.
To be honest, that she pretty much summed everything up very beautifully. I would only just say, like, it's a wonderful thing to be a part of something that you know can last, can withstand the test of time. So all credit to Clarence with the script. This script is really about acceptance on multiple fronts. You know, our family accepting us accepting our new responsibilities as a couple. You know, LeVar basically accepting his limitations. You know, our parents accepting, you know, the new dynamics that are to come about. So I think just within that, how refreshing the story was. I mean, this is something that every couple, I'd imagine, deals with. We were talking about this yesterday, Portia and I, just the fact of previous relationships that we may have been in and had to make the same decision. Even if you're not married to that partner, you know, where do you go? Whose family do you appease? For myself, you know, how do you stand by your partner, you know, your woman, your wife, and basically be like, well, you know, I want to support you. Sure, let's do this, but also can we satisfy my family as well? It's a very, very universal theme. And when you create universal stories that withstand the test of time, well, then hopefully for multiple years to come, people can enjoy this. And it isn't just a Black Christmas film, it's a universal film that speaks to everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you both for your answer.
Thank you. Great question. Appreciate it.
Next, we have Southern Tea.
Southern Tea. Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
My name's Kishana. I'm with Southern Tea Report. Incredible movie. Watched it last night. Thank you for giving me evidence to send to my mom to show her how she acts every holiday.
Okay, but which character does she act like? Which character?
Both mothers. Because I mean, she wants me for Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year, Easter, spring break, winter break, and everything.
Mama can't let go.
So this leads me to my question. It is for the entire cast, and I know only two can answer. How does Too Many Christmases reflect modern family dynamics and holiday traditions?
Go.
Take it away. Somebody who hasn't.
Yeah, somebody, I know. We just went. So not me and Denzel. Somebody else.
Jordan, go for it.
All right. How does Christmas, man, Denzel, all right. How does Christmas affect the traditions on family gatherings?
How does it reflect modern family dynamics and holiday traditions?
Okay. The movie, correct? How does it reflect? Yes. I feel as if it reflects it. Basically, it kind of like whoever has that issue in their family, or like, you know, the pulling this way, pulling that way, it kind of like tells it on the big screen. You're like, okay, so that's what I act like when, you know what I'm saying? They can kind of see themselves, how it kind of affects the people in the middle. So I feel like that movie is kind of like a learning lesson in the parents, you know, household type of thing, where it's like, okay, I can kind of see on the big screen what I'm doing and how it can affect the marriage and how it can affect others. So maybe that will, you know, move them to be like, you know, I just saw the great movie that I just seen. And I feel as if, you know, we should communicate a little bit more about how our family dynamic goes to the holidays, because I see how it could be an actual issue. Even though this was a comedic situation, it also had a real problems involved as well. So that's kudos to the writing as well, how you were able to do comedic and drama at the same time. But yeah, it was that's what I feel like the takeaway.
Okay.
I definitely think a takeaway from that too, to add on to that, is that it's normal that this happens, where you just have these traditions and everybody kind of wants a slice of the pie. And it's like, well, is the pie big enough? I want the slice that she has. I want the slice that he has. And it's just showing, I personally feel like it's so normal that these things happen. And I think the film shows like, okay, there can be a solution to this. And I feel like, I haven't seen the film yet, but if I had, like, watching it for the first time, knowing what it's about, I would take away definitely that of like, okay, this is normal. Every family, no matter what race you are, no matter what is going on, deals with these type of things during the holiday. And that is okay to accept something accept those things that happen like that and the change that goes along with that.
Okay, well, thank you guys so much. And great movie again. I can't wait to send it to my mom. You guys have a happy holiday.
Thank
Happy
you.
holiday.
Thank you.
Yes, thank
You
you.
too. Thanks.
JJEV.
Hola, how y'all doing?
Hola.
Yeah.
¿Cómo
Oh my God. Let me tell you, the energy in here is so thick. It's beautiful. I mean, I'm a ebb and flow type person. So all this energy, I'm receiving it. It's so good. It feels so good. Blessings to everybody. First of all, thank you, Jameson Agency, for this platform. You guys, I feel like it's the movie already, right here, right here. Right here. The movie is right here. My question is for anyone that wants to answer the question, what drew you to your character? Like when you was like, that's me. I got to play this right here. I'm looking at you, Adele. You like,
it was easy to be mama because I'm mama. So that was that. But my son was, now if Jahan was my son, damn, I could have went to the left. My son he was so good. My son is so good and he's so perfect. I had to balance my stuff out a little bit. Couldn't have that mama for that baby.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I think what drew me to the role, I think for one, again, casting was absolutely amazing. When you get a call, hey, we want you for the lead role in a BET film, and I don't have to audition for it. And I said, what? Yeah, Portia, yes, available, and I'm there. But it always comes down to the scripts and the project. So I think the character Kayla in general, my nature is very, like you said, I'm very energy driven. I'm very much of a people person. And sometimes I always have a tendency to put somebody else sometimes before myself. So I think Kayla is like a little neurotic in wanting to please everybody, but understanding that there's a fine line of that. Her relationship should come first. And I think I've kind of had to balance that in a lot of different ways. I'm so career driven. I'm so everything go, go, go that I don't always necessarily put, let's say, personal life first because I'm busy and I want my career. And it's like, I don't want to also miss the moments that I could have in a good relationship in the right situation. So I think definitely playing the role helped me just find different nuances. And Denzel is such a cool, laid back, I'm telling you, like how he is now, sitting there chilling, lean back, that is Denzel. So I was the crazy person and he was, everything is cool. Everything is good. Unless something really bothers him, then he'll say something. So it's kind of like having that experience with someone who's, of course, just an actor, but who also really turned into my real like husband for 3 weeks was just a great experience and what like kind of dynamic would be in a real relationship. And it was great to play that. So I don't know if I was a pleasure to work with. I'm playing, but no, we had a blast. We had a good time.
I know 2 people answered already, but I really liked Gwen because she was peeping stuff. And that's me in real life. I'm definitely a watcher and I'm like, yeah, something ain't adding up. I just take mental notes and act accordingly.
Blessings to all the cast members and all the people
Thank
that
you
showed
guys
up today.
so
Jahan, blessings to your family, your father, to everyone. Continue doing what you're doing. Let's give me a heart. Everybody give each other hearts. That's what we at.
Yes. I got one hand on the phone.
Thank
so
you.
I'm
Merry
gonna-
Christmas to everybody.
I'll get you other side, John. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Bye for now.
Bye.
Not for long.
All right, next is the Underground Media.
Yes, the Undersound. How are you guys doing? The movie was great.
Thank
you guys hear me? And I want to tell the Jasmine Agency, thank you for the opportunity. And I also wanted to tell Denzel the Tupac joke was hilarious in the movie. And my question is, how, since the film incorporated LGBTQ perspectives into the holiday narrative, what message do you hope it sends to viewers about inclusivity and family traditions?
I'll take that one away.
Yeah.
I definitely think that especially within Black families, African American families, that can be such a very touchy subject to talk about, let alone to have like, first thing, it's just so brave, like I commend Clarence so much for this script because I was like, I only wish as a young gay Black man that I could have seen something like this on TV to be like, there is another side, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Especially when you're talking about 2 different generations where I'm like, my character doesn't understand why, my grandfather won't accept new things. And then to put myself in his shoes, he doesn't know any better because this is all new to him. So I really feel like this film does a really fantastic job of trying to have, both of our characters have these traditions, and we're trying to understand each other, and we're meeting in the middle for acceptance. And I think that's definitely one thing that the LGBTQ community can walk away with from this movie, that again, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it all comes to communication. And at the end of the day, we're all people and we're all humans, and none of us are perfect. We are striving for perfection. Will we ever get there? I don't know. But it's just showing that, okay, no one's perfect. And if you just actually sit down and take the time, that behind the mask, we are all skeletons. We're all literally the same people, no matter what race you are, no matter what you do, we're all humans. And I think that is something that my community, can walk away with this film.
That's such a good answer.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think Deshawn, you said that beautifully. Just kind of piggybacking off that, I think, this character, Lily, what I was going for when writing it was someone who just, all he wants to do is speak his truth and be himself. He doesn't want to have to be censored. He doesn't want to have to be limited. He doesn't have to worry about, am I going to be loved because I'm being my authentic self? And I think that was the struggle and the clash between the Lily character and Davis, who's the grandfather, throughout most of the film. But I think at the end of the day, kind of what the message that we've been saying, it's this film is about change and it's about love. And I think with the Lily character, he struggled with feeling not loved by his grandfather. And I think the message of the movie, especially like with the holiday season and families coming together, and I think the overall message is life is short, and what Lily does what he does in his personal life should have no effect on his family. That's nobody's concern. As long as he's happy, he's whoever he's with is treating him respectfully, he's treating them respectfully. That's all that should matter. So I think this film is about kind of letting go of, I think another, not to get too, haven't seen the film also, just to let everybody know, but from what I wrote, there was a big conflict between the grandfather not seeing Lily now. He's kind of caught in who Lily used to be. And I think the film is about letting that go and accepting who's in front of you right now and loving them for who they are. And I think that is the overall message that I wanted to convey. And I think that from what I've heard, the film does a great job of portraying that as well.
Yeah, it does. Thank you guys so much, and you guys all did great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So next we have the Diva Report.
Hold on. Can you guys see me?
Yes. Oh, look at her. Hey,
Yes,
girl.
we love Christmas.
I
So,
love-
hey, Doug, I'm your favorite personality, Miss Diva, host of the Diva Report. And I have to say that, Clarence, you did your thing. That pen was pinning.
Oh,
And
thank
I
you.
love the approach. Like, it's crazy that her last question was like kind of what I wanted to speak on. I love how you touched on, what we're going through now. Like, it was a millennial movie to me. Like, I felt like you were talking about the past and how our families, sometimes they don't understand like how we want to change things. So, and first I have to say, Portia and Denzel, I love you both. Like, we're kind of in the same age group, but I watched you both and I love you. Y'all did y'all thing. Everyone in the cast, y'all were amazing. And I love the Parkers input, because for those who don't know, you had 2 of the best episodes of the Parkers. So we have to throw that out there. Victoria, you did your thing. Thank you for representing the 420 community well. You were high, but you knew what you was talking about. So that's what matters. Everyone did their thing. So my question is, because the movie is about tradition and basically wanting to try new things, what is a new tradition for Christmas that you guys would want to incorporate in your holiday when you celebrate with your family, or when you do start your own family? Like, what's something new that you want to bring to Christmas?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. And
Thank you.
Mhm. Anyone want to take
Anybody can answer.
Jonas, take it away.
I know.
Yes, and you did good as Bryson.
He's a family man. Yes.
Thank you.
Right. You was a good big brother. You did amazing.
Yeah.
I think especially like now with like mental health and just us even talking about the overall theme of communicating, maybe something to incorporate would be like a moment to let everyone just have maybe like 2 to 3 minutes to just speak. You know what I mean? It can be whatever it is on their heart, whatever they want to clear up, whatever that could be, but just an opportunity to just get some off your chest, clear the air, and just say your truth. And I think that'd be a healthy thing to have, every year.
You don't know my family, do you?
But that's the point of the movie. We trying to get, and you did amazing. I loved you. It was amazing seeing you be, it was like you was a sweet mom, but you still had to pull out the gat. And we love that because you were still being yourself, you know? We love that. Well, I said a tradition. So, just because I know it's going to be one question, but just something a little bit more easier. Give me one Christmas song that you like that has to play at Christmas, just to make it easier.
Girl, you know this Christmas
Easy.
has to happen.
This Christmas for
But
sure.
it's a different version. I'm a millennial, so we want to hear Christopher.
Well, I say Donnie. I'm a millennial, and I say Donnie Hathaway.
But we love the old school, so you got to play every version, though. That's the thing. I like to play every version of songs. You got to go, the sample and then the original.
Come on.
Temptation, Silent Night.
Ooh.
They didn't have to kill it like that.
They did not.
But it was off the Red-Nosed Rainbow.
But Jackson 5 version, though. I'm a Jackson 5 Christmas album girl. Like my baby was born on Christmas too. So that's why I'm like extra with the Christmas. My mom, we love Christmas movies. I'm just telling her, she just came home. I'm like, we have to watch this movie. I hate that you guys didn't see it, but we can let you know that y'all did y'all thing. I'm happy my other media diva, she asked about a part 2 because that's what it gave. The end of the movie gave. We supposed to see a part 2. So, and I'm in the Bronx. I know y'all can hear this. So
well, side note, thank you so much for reference to the Parkers because I was saying, so I would say my Christmas song. I have a Christmas record that I released. It's called Unwrap Me, and it's a Christmas song. So if you want to go support that, you can download it, you can stream it, you can watch the video on YouTube, and it's like it's a sexy Christmas song, maybe for you and your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or just anybody that you are in love with. So yeah, hopefully that ends up becoming something down the line. But it's anything Christmas to me, like I'm for sure Donnie Hathaway this Christmas is I'm for Glued to Donnie, and then I'll be, for the millennial side, I'll put myself in there. Because why you got to big help up? Why not?
Exactly. But that's why I love you, because you do everything. It's a lot of people who I'm familiar with and a lot who I'm just getting to know. So Jordan, Juwan, we know you from social media. So I love seeing the crossover because we already know you can act because you're a natural. So I just love everybody. Denzel, I'm like, we're getting old. My boy is playing the husband. Like, this is crazy. So it's crazy.
No,
like, I
it's
just
crazy for me. I'm playing.
But we still look good. Y'all know Black don't crack. I don't take up too much time because I could talk all day. But I love you all. Clarence, please let me know about part 2. I feel like I could be, hello, don't look like Adele's niece. Come on now. But
put it out there, bro.
But yes, I don't want to take up too much time. I love you, Jameson. Thank you for this opportunity. Shout out to all my media darlings that's on. We love y'all. We're gonna promote because we need the part 2. We need the part 2. We need more Black Christmas movies. So Clarence, thank you. And I'm gonna watch the other movie too because I didn't know about it. So I'm gonna watch that. We have to. We got to support. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. My baby born on Christmas. Shout out to baby and Jesus. And shouts to y'all.
Let's go, Diva Report.
Yes. Favorite Nazi, Miss Diva. Love y'all. Thank you.
Everything. Thank you. Thanks.
All right. Next, we have Pink.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hi.
Sorry, my screen is so dark. But I was just wondering, actually, can I quickly move into a room with more light?
Yeah.
Thank
you.
you.
You can walk, you can rock, you can run, you can do whatever you want.
I just want to say, I think Jordan, aren't you in SoFly?
I am, and I have a
Mighty Quiet
Christmas song featured on. Oh, can you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I'm just saying, you ain't promoting yourself at all.
Nah. I was looking too dark. I was looking way too dark. Yeah, I was looking way too dark. But
I wasn't trying to do the most. But yeah, I have a song featured on there called "Can I Spend Christmas with You" on SoFly Christmas. So y'all better go stream that too.
There we go.
And I was in it too.
This cast is all multi-talented. We have Broadway stars, we have dancers, we have actors, comedians, like such talent. It's crazy. So, oh my gosh, congrats, girl. I'd love to hear that.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
You. So, hey everyone, my name is Bjorn. I'm the CEO and founder of the Bjorn Pink Show. I've interviewed such luminaries as Kenan Thompson and Dapper Dan, and I got a chance to see the movie 1.5 times yesterday. And it brought a lot of tears to me, especially the first time I watched it, because you don't often see that kind of story, even in today, today's media or today's cinematic culture. It's like it was a tearjerker. And then to watch it and see, like legends like Adele and Jackie, that was another thing too, because we don't always give flowers to our like cinematic heroes.
Right.
So I just was wondering, to Miss Gibbons and to Mr. Williams, like I know everyone kind of touched on it in terms of like the overall theme of like what people should take from it. But what do you think Black families, Black fathers, Black mothers, Black people in families, however they identify, what do you think they should take from it? Because it's nice to speak in generalities, but I feel like this is a Black movie.
Well, I personally think that all of the elements of the movies, that everybody has been articulating it so well. It is so much in that movie that you can take from it. No matter who you are.
Yeah.
I really love, in particular, the scenes with the grandfather and the grandson finally coming to an understanding. I really hope that people can take from that it's okay that things are different. I'm dealing with technology, and in my stand-up now, I talk a lot about how different the world is for me versus for some of the younger people. And it's frustrating sometimes. So it's very nice, and it's perfect timing, Clarence, to have that relationship to come to an understanding with each other and the love to return. I just kind of think people should take more from that kind of situation from this Christmas movie and apply it to life throughout the years.
Amen. Thank you, Ms. Givens.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you as well. Just to kind of piggyback off that, I think the overall goal is to just highlight love. So I just want, whoever watches the movie to, picture it as their own family. And I think the message of the movie, of course, is change is good. I think a lot of times with families, there's a lot of, tradition, and people are set in their ways. And it's like, no, we got to have dinner at 4:00 this time. This person has to come. And I think that's also what creates the challenges in this movie, is they're so used to their families. Because I think, well, just to give a little backstory, like these characters, they usually do things separately. So this is like the first time as a married unit, they're trying to have a holiday together. So I think that's why there's all this chaos, because like their family is used to things going a certain way. Like Kayla's family is used to certain things. Jerome's family is used to certain things. And it's a matter of they want to merge, or actually they want to do things separately. That's why they're bouncing from house to house. But they realize it's better to just kind of merge and kind of what Jordan had said earlier, like communicate. It's all, because honestly, this type of movie could have been solved with just a quick little phone call, like, sorry, I already made plans, but because
Kayla didn't want that. She didn't want
that because of the tradition. She's used to the tradition. She didn't want to hurt her family. Jerome didn't want to hurt his family. So they kind of, joined forces and made things a lot harder for themselves. But it's all kind of like what I think this, like, I keep saying this, but it's rooted in love. So everything the characters are doing is because they have that much love for their family. And I guess what I would love is for people to watch this movie and, just share more love and kind of just to share with you, Portia, and everyone, I can relate to you because I also lost my father some years back. So I really, cherish these moments. And even like the game, the Black Card game that the characters play in the film, like that's based on reality. Like I used to host Black Trivia Night with my family during holiday times, and it would get real. So I wanted to make sure that was something featured in the movie as well. So my goal was to kind of create something that people can rewatch, they can learn from, and hopefully find a character that they can identify with as well, and keep watching it, for years and years to come.
Beautiful. Yeah, I just want to say real quick, God bless you all, and happy holidays, and keep on keeping on, because it's good to see such melanated talent on screen.
Come on now. And thank you for doing as well. Keep interviewing, keep killing it too.
Amen. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Bye.
All right, we have life and entertainment.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. This is such an amazing panel. Thank you for your time, your energy, and all your inspiration as well. So my question is for Adele and whichever other person that would like to speak. But for Adele, I want to say that I love you. God bless you in your career. As a pioneer in the entertainment business and being a powerhouse for women, especially Black women, how important is it for you to accept TV roles as well as movie roles in this industry? And what is it that you would like to be known for? And that the question, what is it that you would like to be known for, goes also to whoever else wants to answer.
What was the first part of your question?
How important is it for you to accept TV and movie roles in this entertainment business?
I think it's important to accept those roles that I feel I like. I mean, I don't want to just take anything. It is important to do this because that's a different branch on this entertainment tree. And I do love, I've always appreciated the actors and actresses who bring me the stories that are fantasy and they make them real life. I love that. So, but what's the second part of your question?
What is it that you would like to be known for?
Okay, but I would like to be known for quality films like this one. I don't want to just accept any role just because I get to act. You can see that happens a lot. I mean, well, I can see it happens a lot. And I don't want that. I want everything that I do to mean something. I have a 2-year-old granddaughter. I don't want her to look at something and say, what the hell was my grandmama thinking about? So it's important for me to have roles, but it's important for those roles to reflect something that I believe in and something that I can support. I hope Clarence helps me to write my film, Skank Holes. Now, before you guys...
She talked about that on set. She's not lying. She asked us to be in it, so
she did. I told y'all it's an acronym: Super Cool and Naturally Kinky Housewives of Social Entertainment.
Right.
Skank Holes.
Yes.
So, but yeah, I'm still working on it.
That's
think
copywritten.
Yeah.
I'll be the janitor. I clean up.
Right.
But I just want to make sure that whatever I put out there is quality and I can be proud of it and my people can be proud of me. So it's important to accept roles, but it's also important to know when it's something that you you might not want to be connected to in the future.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I love that. And so for whomever else that want to answer the question, what is it that you would like to be known for over your career? With every decision that you make with choosing a role, what is it that you want to be known for?
I would just say I would like to be known for being a pleasure to be around on set. Because to be honest, it's your relationships that matter more than anything. It's like you can have so many actors that you love and that you admire, and then you meet them and they're not good people. So I think every role obviously matters, but being a good person deep down has a lot to do with the character that you bring out. But I just want to be known for being great on set, having good relationships, and knowing that I brought my best to the project that I was in and that I was a pleasure with the cast that I was surrounded by, to be honest. Because let's just be real, like today is here, tomorrow is not. And in 20 years, Denzel Washington is one of the most amazing actors. We know him for certain roles. You might like Training Day, you might like Flight. But at the end of the day, when people have met Denzel, a lot of people are like, he's such a good person. He'll sit and talk to you about life and career. And certain things matter more than just who somebody is on paper for their body of work. It's who they are as a person. I think that's what is more lasting in this business than anything. It's your relationships and you being a good person. So that's just me.
And that's very important.
I love that so much. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I thank you all so much for your time. Thank you, Jameson Agency, for allowing Life and Entertainment on this wonderful panel. Adele, I grew up loving you. My family loves you. This cast is also on here. You all are a blessing as well. Thank you to the creator of this film. And I pray you all so many blessings and abundance.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. You too.
Yeah. All right. Next is Her Agenda.
Hi, everyone. My name is Chinenya Onike. I'm a reporter from Her Agenda. great movie. I laughed, I cried at the end. Like it was just so, it was really wholesome and nice and layered. Clarence, you did a wonderful job with the film. All of you guys did amazing. Joneth, I've been seeing you in like so many new Black content. So much new Black content I've been watching. So like it's dope to see your career like take off in this way. So I want to let you know that. My question is for whoever wants to answer on the panel. I feel like throughout the movie, there were a lot of themes, and these were spoken about earlier, but like themes of honesty, dealing with change, but also confrontation. I feel like a lot of the characters were going through issues that they were scared to confront because of like they didn't know what the outcome would be. And then at the end, I feel like with each little or big issue, whether it was LeVar and Cree like dealing with their thing or the big issue with the families getting together, confronting those issues ended up with everyone kind of finding a way forward. So my question is, how can this movie, Too Many Christmases, be kind of like a guide or like something that folks can learn from if they also have difficult conversations that they plan to have over the holidays, but are maybe too scared to confront those issues amongst their family members?
I'll say, I think it's a manual of what happens if you don't. You know what I mean? Like, because it was just nothing but pure chaos and, you know, mistake after mistake and a domino effect. And you saw those, they were just at wit's end by the end of that. So I think, you know, it could even be used as like a term, you know, you might have had too many Christmas this, you know what I mean? And just like go ahead and address it, right? Because it's much better. And I spoke about that earlier, like, you know, whatever your fear is usually reality is not as bad as that. So at some point, you're going to have that tough conversation anyway.
Right.
Just go ahead and find a way to bring it up and, you know, present it the best way and just have it.
And shout out to you, Jonas. She's right. He's been killing it in a lot of stuff. He popped up on Power, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So awesome.
He's about to be in a new show that's coming out on HBO Max.
Come on now. Come on now. Drop the dark.
I've seen Reasonable Doubt.
Reasonable Doubt on Hulu.
I just seen it. Yeah, I just seen it. I said, ain't that Reasonable Doubt? I said, oh, okay.
Yes.
So we get there, December 12th.
I want to be like you when I grow up.
I love it.
Cut it out.
Anyone else want to answer? Portia or Victoria or Adele? Anyone?
I think to piggyback off what Jonathan said, I also think it's important on timing. I think sometimes we can approach conversations and it's just not the right time. And if timing's not right, I think sometimes people won't receive what you're saying with an open mind and an open heart. So I really think timing is everything.
Solid answers. Thank you guys. Oh, and also it made me cry because my family, we had a similar situation with my dad and my aunt that happened between the grandfather and Lily and like coming to acceptance and love and all of that. So it's nice to see that represented through a Black movie, a Black Christmas movie.
Absolutely. And shout out to your skin. It's so pretty. The glow was just glowing. I was like,
yeah. Thank you. Korean sunscreen.
Yeah, there we go. I love it.
But yeah, thank you all. And thank you, Jameson Agency, for inviting her agenda.
Thank you.
All right, next is T. Drake.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Put on my light because it started getting dark a little bit, so y'all can see me. Hey, so I want to start off just by saying that this film was amazing. I love that the script was true and natural, not a forced, family trying to get it together. Like I could really see the organic relationships throughout the film. But my question is for Adele and Denzel to answer. And it's kind of piggybacking off of the previous question. So for me, my family, when it comes to the holiday seasons, we celebrate Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's the second weekend in January because we're just such a huge family. So we all want to be together. So when it comes to those family dynamics where, we need to talk some things out, we can't get that done on one Saturday night, So I'm curious to know, do you think families can truly, resolve long-standing issues over the holiday, or you think it's best? Ratoya kind of led to it, timing, but which one would you prefer? Would it be, okay, let's just, while everybody's here, let's lay it on the table, or should we have that conversation before we start the holiday, dinner and season together?
Well, I don't know if you have the conversation before the holiday happens. It might be a different crowd at your dinner table. But it's important to have. And Ratoya is right. Timing is everything. But I feel like this. I feel like you can say whatever you need to say to somebody at any time, but they may not hear you until they're ready to hear it. For example, I'll give you an example. A long time ago, I knew a girl who was beautiful, who was, smoking crack and just doing all the crazy stuff that she was doing. And I would, every time I would see her, I'd be like, hey, girl, you look good. Why are you doing this to yourself? I would always harass her. And you fast forward 20 years, this girl is in recovery, and she comes to me and she says, every time I saw you, I'd be like, dang, she about to blow my high. She said, but I really heard what you were saying to me about how beautiful I was. And I think of you all the time. I talk about you in the meetings and all that. And I'm like, wow. So timing is definitely important. But if you feel the need to say something to somebody, I think you probably, if you have to write a letter, express it when you need to, because your timing is important as well. And if you walk away and say, I didn't say nothing, I wish I had, that affects you too, when you see something that you probably should say something about.
I'm on Zell.
Wow. This is an interesting question. I've been thinking about this, right? Because let me put it this way. My family is very spread out. We're not a large family, but we're kind of all over the place. And a big proportion of my family is made up of hard workers. So oftentimes throughout the years, we'll go, through long bouts of time without really communicating with each other. I think what Adele just said best is your blood family, not the family you choose, but your blood family is such an interesting exercise of unconditional love. Loving them despite how you view them and vice versa. Loving them through all of their flaws and even their glory. And so, Adele just eloquently put it best. It's like you could see something that your family member is going through, but if they're not willing to change at that moment, you know what I mean? Time is going to have to do that. It's not for you to play God. Eventually, either they're going to have this, come to Jesus moment, or it just never really happens, or vice versa, right? And I think specifically when it comes down to the holidays is about having discretion. Because oftentimes, especially with the adults, it's not about us. It's not about our indifferences. It's about like my little nieces and nephews, for example. They're the ones who, get to live within this glory and this imagination and seeing like the true wonderful themes of the holiday, right? Or for instance, like my mother loves the holidays. So like I'm not going to disappoint her time by raining on my cousin or vice versa, or my cousin getting on me. You know what I mean? So I think it is specifically with the holidays using discretion. But while we do also have this time, maybe it's not a conversation we blow up at dinner, but pull them to the side. We go out to the front of the yard. How cousins do, and we go outside and talk. Or you know what I mean? And just having that sort of balance, because at the end of the day, like your family is all you have, and when your family leaves, you become an orphan to the world again.
That was great. I love those responses. And thank you so much. I pray nothing but continued success to the entire cast. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So next we have Pop Your Ish podcast.
Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hi, how are you guys doing today?
Good. Thank you.
Everybody looks like they're ready to go. Is it about that time? My, my question is to whoever would like to answer it. The title, Too Many Christmases, suggests that there might be a deeper story and how we celebrate or what the holiday means. If you could give the audience one piece of advice about navigating the holiday season inspired by the movie, what would it be?
Clarence.
I know, right? Yeah, I was thinking Clay.
Well, I would say best piece of advice is it's a simple term, but honesty is the best policy. Because I feel like, as the film resolves, I think all of the characters, specifically Jerome and Kayla, realize that with a little honesty, all of the issues and the chaos could have been avoided. And I think another message I would say is, well, I feel like it's kind of what we had said before, but embrace change. I would say that's another important message, because I feel like Jerome and Kayla realize as a married couple, they need to make their own, they need to start creating their own traditions, and they need to forge a path for themselves as a couple. But it doesn't mean they have to, neglect their family or forget about their family. It's just, this is a new part of their life and they need to embrace it. Their family needs to embrace it, and they need to find a way to adapt to that as well.
Absolutely. I feel like I didn't watch all of the movie. I didn't get to watch all of it, but I seen it until the part where they started going house to house, and that was way too much for me. I could never do it. Some people, holiday hop. I'm not one of them. But yeah, that was a lot.
So even on Thanksgiving, you don't go to like auntie house?
I'll go to like one, but not like 2, 3. There's some people that I know in my family that they'll go to like everybody's house. Everybody, like 10 people's houses. It's fun, but
like
one house
like,
for
no
me.
man. Your house probably got the food at it though. You probably cook real good. See, that's why she don't go nowhere. She the cook.
Yeah, no, I'll go. I love to go out. I love not to cook and go see family, play games. But everybody will play games, drink. I would rather sit in one spot instead of
and chill
going
out.
everywhere.
Do you, bro?
Well, congratulations on the movie, and you guys keep doing your thing. Always remember to pop your ish.
Okay, pop your ish. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
All right, next we have coffee. All right, next we have coffee or coffee.
Going once.
Huh?
Going twice.
All right, so next we have G Holla.
Okay.
Hey, good afternoon. How you all doing?
Good.
I got a question for, I can only ask two, as we know, for Miss Portia and Mr. Denzel. What is your favorite holiday season movie or shows? When you see it come on, it puts you in the holiday spirit, even if you do or don't celebrate Christmas.
Ooh, my favorite holiday. Okay, so actually funny, my favorite holiday, it depends, but I would definitely have to say, oh man, there's so many that air. But I think the one that always like weirdly puts me in a spirit, I like it's a cartoon. I like Nightmare Before Christmas, only because it's near and dear to my heart. At our junior high school, we performed it at our school. So it's the perfect example of Jack having the biggest heart, being Mr. Halloween, wanting to make Christmas this same moment, but has no idea how to go about doing it. So I just love watching that on TV every year. If it's in theaters, I go sneak just to watch an hour and a half of Nightmare Before Christmas, because it's such a good moment for the kids, but also for the adults to watch again in this situation, how Kayla and Jerome mean well, but they just kind of don't do the right thing. So it kind of reminds me of that with Nightmare Before Christmas.
I'm gonna give you my press answer, which is Too Many Christmases, coming out on December 12th, this Thursday.
Bam. Bam.
And I'm going to give you the off the record answer. I love Home Alone, because as a kid, I always grew up and wondered, how would I terrorize the person trying to intrude upon my house if my family left me alone? But the same hijinks can be found in Too Many Christmases.
100%.
I definitely watched the second one. One of my friends had never seen it.
Ah,
yeah. We have to show her the second one like 2 nights ago.
She has to be like 20 or something. Like, where is it?
She just turned 26.
Oh,
not an excuse.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
When I realized,
I thought about cutting her off.
Wow, that's crass.
Yeah. Well, I definitely appreciate you all. I don't want to take up too much of your time. They also say that Die Hard is also considered a Christmas movie. So, you know, for the action packed fans, you know.
Die Hard, hilarious. Okay. I'll take it.
Thank you very much.
No background. Yes. Awesome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Y'all
And
keep
that guy
shining.
behind you look just like you on that picture.
What are the odds?
At your twin?
He got a stalker. No. Nice. Thank you.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
All right, next we have Sheen Magazine. Also, I have to leave. I have another engagement, but the Jameson Agency will be taking over after Sheen Magazine.
Okay.
Hello, guys. Sorry, my camera isn't working, but I hope all is well with you all. My question is open for anyone to answer. What are some things you enjoy while filming with the cast on set?
Some things what?
What are some things you enjoy while filming with the cast on set?
Oh, okay. Things that we enjoy about filming.
Yes.
I'll go. Everyone was so like just kind, and honestly, some of my favorite times were for when we went on breaks to eat. A, because I love to eat. B, we all got to actually like sit down and talk to each other, and I'm like, why is everyone so? This is crazy how kind. And I got a chance. Like we would take the little shuttle bus together, and so I was like, wow, this is really cool. We actually are. The vibes were so immaculate. So a lot of the times, obviously, filming the film was fun, but a lot of times off camera, like the crew, everyone was just willing to just play around and just be so open and cool. And so a lot of those times were my favorite times while filming.
Nice.
Mine too.
Well, go ahead. Yeah, no, go ahead, Adele.
No, I was just saying I agree 1,000%. Y'all just were pleasant to be around. Everybody was just so friendly and so authentic, and it was nice to have that kind of crowd around you. I've been around other people, so this was awesome.
Yeah, it was the moments off camera. Like I tell them, we all were together on weekends. We all went to the bars together. We played pool together. We went to a 90s night together. We all really just banded together. There's videos of us doing the Soulja Boy dance together. We're doing the choreography from NSYNC. Like we had a lot of moments that we just really spent together. So I think putting it on camera was a no-brainer at that point because we really were all hanging out when we weren't filming. So it just made it easy.
Okay, well, thank you guys for your time, and I wish you all a happy holiday season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Sheen Magazine. Up next, we have All Things Ruthless.
Good evening, afternoon, wherever you are, everyone. Thank you guys so much for allowing me, Tika Deshawn of All Things Ruthless, for this press moment. This is All Things Amazing. I watched this film and I was like, oh my God, they're wearing me out. Like, just make a decision. And in the beginning, I'm gonna just say this. I was like, why don't they just do it at their house? Like, everybody come to them. Anyway, no one fell short of their character. Every character was very significant in this film. I absolutely loved everyone. Now, with that being said, of course, one more thing. I got to give Miss Adele, give us her flowers. Oh my goodness. Yes, ma'am. You are a woman of my generation. I absolutely love, adore, and appreciate everything that you are giving to us, Black women and women in general. Now that I can catch a breath, I would like to ask anyone on the panel, there's so many Christmas films out there. What would you say, and not that this needs very much convincing, but what would you say sets your Christmas film apart from the other Christmas films that are out there?
Somebody just said it didn't feel forced. And that is one of those things, because you always see a Christmas movie and it almost feels like they lifted it right off the script and they putting it on the screen. This didn't feel like that. It felt authentic. I have two sons, and being the parent to Denzel and Jonah was authentic for me. Like two different people from the same two people. I just think it was definitely not a forced job. Most of us, I think most of the scenes were natural for us, and they kind of let it flow. So I think that kind of sets it apart a little bit.
I would say I don't think I've ever seen a film where there were two Christmas parties competing against each other. I think that is what sets our film aside as far as Christmas films. It's like this back and forth type energy in a comedic way. That was the uniqueness that I picked up when I first read the script. I said, oh, and I've seen a lot of Christmas films. I haven't been like a student of Christmas films, but when I read it, I was like, oh, I don't think I've seen a take on Christmas films like this before. You know what I mean? So I think that is going to set us aside, just that back and forth, two families competing for the attention, or a couple trying to give the attention to two different families at the very same time, which is really makes it even more unique, because it's not like you're just house hopping and no, I'll be there. No, you're literally acting like you're in two places at the same time, which is not possible unless you got a twin.
Pierre.
Well, absolutely. Thank you guys so much. I absolutely appreciate this opportunity. Again, like I said, no character fell short. And thank you, Mr. Clarence Williams, for giving us something that kept me on the edge of my seat. Like, oh my God, are they really going to try to make this happen? So thank you so much. And you guys have an amazing holiday. You stay blessed. And at the end of my show, I always say, stay ruthless. Okay. Thank you guys.
Stay ruthless. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next, we have Noor online.
Hello, everyone. My question, is for Portia and Miss Adele Givens. I want to know, what is some advice you have for women not to get too overwhelmed with juggling holidays, whether it's cooking, cleaning, kids, traveling, stuff like that?
Mama Adele, take that one.
Oh, she just said it. Just don't get too overwhelmed with holidays, cooking, cleaning, doing. Some people, somebody spoke earlier about a parent who does it all and who likes to do, and I appreciate it, but it does get overwhelming. And my advice would be, don't try to take on everything. Try to enjoy yourself. And remember, Christmas is primarily for the little people, in my opinion. Try to keep that in mind. We have fun, we have eggnog, we can enjoy it too, but just remember to give them that magical moment you experienced. Don't rob them.
Yeah, I love that. You know, something I think that's been great. I don't know if depending on where you're at, we do now something called Friendsgivings. It's like a millennial thing, and I think it's been the most amazing thing to have, because it's like you can have your friends on certain days, you can have your family on certain days, and you can really get both energies, out of that, because your friends gonna turn up maybe different than your parents might. You know what I'm saying? So I think people having things on different days has really helped be able to go to different areas and not have to feel like it's just one day. This is Christmas, you got to come to my house. No, Friendsgivings. I went to 2 Friendsgivings that were like a day before and 2 days prior to Thanksgiving. So you felt the love between everybody because it was not at the same exact time. So time management and not overwhelming yourself, like Adele said, with having to feel like you have to be at every place the same day just because of a tradition. Do your own tradition. And Friendsgiving has been amazing, which I think has been awesome to help micromanage that.
Thank you so much, and congratulations, everyone.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Next, we have Natoya.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much for doing this. I think this is amazing. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out to speak with us. My name is Natoya Danielle, and I am here representing Beats, Rhymes, and Poetry podcast. And I watched this movie, super excited about it. Me, myself, being a person actually in the industry as well, I'm an actress. One thing I wanted to bring up was I've done a lot of movies, and people love to say stuff like, oh, you're a to-be actress, or that's a to-be movie. The thing I appreciate about watching this film was it gave really almost like a Hallmark feel or a Lifetime movie. And so I love the aspect that it came off as a Hallmark movie, as well as a Black movie, as well as a holiday movie, as well as a family traditional movie. And I think that that's something that's really important. And I love the way that it was written. I loved how the cast portrayed everything. As someone said earlier, I'm a girl of Adele's time. I'm an 80s baby. So seeing Adele in this film was like crazy to me. And just watching it made me feel like I was literally sitting there with you guys. So I just wanted to say thank y'all so much. Congratulations on a beautifully put together film. And just get started with that. But my question actually is for Clarence and Deshaun. So I know everybody talked a lot about communication with the movie. And I feel like, yeah, a lot of things could have been communicated better in the film. But my take on it, I feel like it was more of an accountability feel. That's sort of what everybody gave me. I feel like the couple could have had more accountability, because if you would have told your family how you felt in the beginning, you wouldn't have been running around like your head was about to fall off, you know? If the son would have, you know, expressed this to his grandfather, who he was obviously so close to prior to this, about how he felt, how he wanted to present himself, you know, that could have sort of been avoided. So my question, I guess, is to Clarence in writing it, and then also in Deshaun and actually portraying it. What part do you feel like accountability plays in big family dynamics, especially when there's a lot of change and that it's untraditional, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. I would say definitely accountability is key regarding the characters, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that, because while, you know, of course, it's the character's job to take accountability for their actions and for kind of, you know, trying to finesse and do things, but I think it's all rooted in not wanting to disappoint their families. So I feel like that is what kind of drives all of the craziness, is because they're so loyal and they're so, you know, determined to kind of fulfill these traditions from both families, that they kind of get lost in the sauce along the way. And that's where kind of accountability takes a back seat, and they're just like, okay, we got to go here, we're going to go here, we're going to make sure we do this, and you're going to leave, and we're going to fake a phone call. So it's just all this craziness, but I think it's rooted in not wanting to disappoint. So I think that, and then also, and of course I'll let, you know, Deshaun also cover this as well, but at least from my point of view with the Lily character, I think for him, it was less about, I think he always took accountability. I think it's just his grandfather wasn't ready to accept it. So I think it was other characters telling him, you need to change because of how your grandfather is, where he is always like, you know, I've never, my dad wouldn't have wanted me to do that. I don't want to do that. So I think he's always kind of been his authentic self. It's just a matter of his grandfather, who was from a different time, understanding that and still loving it. And I think that's kind of the overall message. Was, I think, honestly, out of all the characters, Lily is, I think, the most authentic, and he's the most like, proud of who he is, and he just kind of wants everyone else to be proud with him. I think, you know, that's kind of my 2 cents.
Okay, thank you for that.
To piggyback off of what Clarence said, he really said it wonderfully. I think the accountability goes with listening with my character. And one of the things that I really loved about the script was, as Valerie, who played my mother, was trying to get me to be in tandem with my grandfather, she had to take a moment for herself to have accountability for herself, to be like, this is really hard. And you're my dad. I love you. But if you cannot accept my son, I need to be a better parent and have accountability for myself, because how else, you know what I mean? And that was the thing that kind of made me have a moment when I was reading it. I was like, this is so wild to have, you know, the mom. So, you know, it's my generation, my mom's generation talking to her dad. you know what, I'm going to have accountability for him right now, and I'm actually going to check in with you. If you can't accept this, then I don't know if I can, which is a hard thing, I feel. So I feel like that listening and her trying to fight in between both worlds, which is hard for a parent, her own parent and her own child, to try and be in tandem with each other. So I definitely think that all counts into the accountability factor for sure.
Yeah, no, I like absolutely loved it. I'm a girl from the South, so, and a traditional churchy family. So, you know, we grew up, you know, having to sneak our daiquiris in icy cups, and you can't play cards in the house because that's a sin. And, you know, like, so being able to, I love the way that you mix the traditional Black Southern family in that, as well as like the new generation. And also what I loved was that even though it was tough subject matter, it was still such a level of respect on each end. Well, besides grandpa at times, but you know, to try to get everyone's point across. But yeah, it's a lovely movie. Can't wait for everyone to see it, and just appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your question.
I like to have a Natoya and a Ratoya. That's cool.
No, I was like,
Right.
period. We in this thing.
Yes, come on, Toyas.
Clock it. Thanks, guys.
Next,
Thank you.
thank you again. Next up, we have Indy with the T.
Hi guys, I'm Indy with the T of Sipping with Indy, and I just want to say congratulations to you guys on this film. And I haven't watched it yet, but I'm super excited. I wanted to give my flowers to Miss Adele Givens because I just started rewatching The Hughleys, and you're my character that just got in, and I'm loving her. So I did want to give you flowers there. My question is inspired by a quote. Black people are the only people in modern history that participated in the extermination of our own public image. So that inspired me to ask, as the industry begins to embrace more feel-good films featuring the Black community, how important is it for you to continue to participate in projects like Too Many Christmases that promote joy, fun, family, and positivity? And that's to anyone.
Can I answer that one? Hi.
Hey.
I think it's something that we are really trying to do. I think for a long time, we have, as Black people, been told this is the kind of movie we can create for you. And I think creating these types of characters, these kinds of stories, getting behind them, financing them, pushing them to the studios is going to really elevate the possibility for future Black filmmakers. And the fact is that we're people and we have emotions and feelings, and we want to tell stories that are realistic because we're all different. They're all different types of Black people. And so we want to reach out to the vast audience that we are and tell these great, unique stories, just like every other culture gets.
That's Big P, y'all.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
There we go.
Piggyback on that. I think that's a great question. And as an entertainer, it is our responsibility to try to put out work and represent work that shows us in a different light, because as African-American entertainers, we do typically get the same type of roles. We're expecting the same type. I'm sure there's a couple Christmas movies coming out right now where the cousin gets shot and then all the family needs to figure out what they're going to do, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that because that's life. But there is also different situations and humorous ways to show Black people enjoy Christmas, like Too Many Christmases. You know what I mean? It's a great way to show it was written greatly by Clarence, to where you can actually talk on real life situations and deal with people not addressing real life situations, and also have a lighthearted comedy approach to it and experience to it. So hats off to any entertainer that's trying to represent themselves and push the envelope, because we have been in the box for so long and we're still a little bit in the box in certain areas. And I'm of getting us out that box.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It is an important topic, and I think that with movies like this, it just pushes the narrative that it's changing and that we're not staying in the same box. So I appreciate that. And congrats again. And I'm excited. I'm about to go watch the film.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank
Bye.
you. Off of this. Can I get in?
And that's the link.
Denzel want to answer?
No. Too late. I guess it's gone.
No, you can still answer. She's still there.
You gonna hear it?
Still on.
It's somewhere back there.
Oh, she's back. Oh,
Here.
It gone.
I'm here. Yes, you can still answer.
Here's what I do want to say, because I think this is mighty important. When you talk about the extermination of our image, right? Some of that comes from opportunity. Understanding the business side of entertainment. When you think about the word history and how people break it down and it's his story, right? Those stories are being brought to you by somebody who isn't of the culture, who doesn't represent us, who is giving access to make a way for those films to happen. So as you just seen, our powerhouse Pierre pop on, he's active. He's created a way for all of us to be here today, for us to talk about this wonderful film. Clarence to have written these words to then create an opportunity for it to, come to life and to fruition, finding the financing, whatever it may be. So when we think about what is our story, the wonderful example about a film like this is the theme is universal. Anybody of any race can experience this. It's not just something that's fully segregated to just the Black experience only. Now, it's colored with our experience, but what's so wonderful is you have this mixed cast that has all different shades. And if we want to talk about truly our image, how we're being portrayed outwardly, it's seeing more examples of diversity. It's seeing all the different shades of what we can be, all the different, iterations of Blackness, or either just like personality. As you can see behind me, there's a book set of personality. But again, how many times do we see somebody who's interested in an example like this, who also shares, an affinity for hip hop music or things that we celebrate within our culture? And that again comes from the opportunity and people being in an executive position to greenlight films like this. So if I were to give all credit where credit's due, thank you, Clarence, for writing this. Thank you, Pierre, for giving us this opportunity. But more importantly, as people out there, audience members, to enjoy this, please go watch it and support it, because it only just shows, when those numbers reflect, that we can continue to make more films like this. More Pierres will keep popping up, and then you'll see more examples of us, so there's no extermination of our image.
All right.
That talk, boy.
I'm telling, come on. Well said. So good.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem. Thank you for coming back.
Thank you. I know, right? She popped up real quick, said, I'm back. Don't play. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have Rewind Network. We're almost done here.
Rewind. Hi.
How y'all doing?
Good. How you doing?
How are you?
I'm great. First and foremost, I gotta give flowers to the legendary queen of comedy, Miss Adele Givens.
Thank you.
Hey.
I truly appreciate your body of work. I wanted you to know that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I saw the movie. You guys did an excellent job. That's going to lead into my question. This is for Jahan and Ratoya. What family members did you guys tap into? Y'all did it so well. And Ratoya, I gotta say this. You remind me of my Uncle Abby, because every time I turn he's throwing it down. That's my question. What family members did you tap into to emulate to bring into your character? To make y'all so believable.
I plead the fifth. No, I feel like I grabbed from several people in my life, not just family, friends, people from my past who like to enjoy recreational sports. And I just kind of combined all of those experiences together to come up with Gwen.
Okay, because it looked like he was enjoying the ooh-wee a little bit too much.
You know what? It was herbal. It would let everyone write that down. All of you guys write that down. It was herbal.
It was method acting.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
As far as LeVar, who I grabbed,
Jahan Jones. I'm playing.
yeah, a little bit of myself, a little bit of everyone in. I grabbed from the culture. Honestly, most Black families has a LeVar in several LeVars or several family members that can tap into a LeVar energy. So it wasn't really hard to just, I channeled the things that he wanted. You know what I mean? He really was. See, everybody looks at LeVar as this bad moocher guy. He really was trying to figure it out. He, you know what I'm saying? He got involved when he was a ladies' man, and he got with a lady, and it happened to be the wrong lady. And that was a situation that anybody could go through. I think LeVar was a very normal man, actually. He's very normal, and he just happened to make some mistakes and didn't have the confidence to address it. So I didn't have to draw a lot because any one of us in this room could have had to be in the same situation as LeVar.
But hold on. But you had the biscuits in your pocket, bruh. That's what your flashback to.
You know what? I did a little extra with that. Of course, that was written, and I was glad. That's why
Oh. What happened? John, you muted yourself, John. You muted yourself.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Phone bill.
Yeah, my bad. I got
He's out of stakeout.
Clarence, when I first came up in social media, it was an alley-oop because when I saw that, I actually said in a lot of my videos, chicken and biscuits. So to see that, I kind of went a little extra with that. It was like paying homage to anybody who followed me over the years with the biscuits. So that was a fun moment for me. I did take a lot of biscuits.
And Javon, I got to throw one more thing at you, bro. I was like, my name is Eric Jones. I was like, well, I got to be a Jones doing this, man.
See, that was you. You could have very well been LeVar as well. Come on, bro.
I appreciate all of you guys, the hard work that you guys did in this movie. I'm going to watch it again because I so much enjoyed it, and I want to share it with my family. God bless each last one of you guys. And salute.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right. Next up, we have Lux Glow.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing today?
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You guys had an amazing movie. My name is Tiara Monroe from Lux Glow Media Group. And the movie was actually pretty good. I watched the first few minutes of it. It was great. It was refreshing to watch. What's the biggest lessons or message you hope people take away from your character story?
Don't get overwhelmed. I would say for Kayla, it's like big heart, but just managing, putting you first, and then just sharing how you feel. Someone else had kind of said it. It's just communication is key. And that's the definition of this. They could have communicated early on if they wanted to go one house earlier, one house later. They didn't do that. She comes up with a plan to do it all at the same time. So just communicating how you feel and just accepting that it's okay to let somebody else have to understand where you come from matters first, and then everyone else just make adjustments with everything. So acceptance for sure.
That's great. Well, I want to thank you guys. It was a great movie. I can't wait to watch it again. So I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thanks.
They cracking a whip on her. She was quick as hell. Like,
I
somebody else you got 30 seconds.
Several of us, yeah.
All right, Zion from Mad TV.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Zion. I am a writer for the Spartan Echo at the illustrious Norfolk State University. So really quick, I just wanted to, first of all, congratulate all of you guys on this film. What an amazing film it was. I enjoyed watching it with my mother over the weekend, and we had a ball. That's all I'm going to say. But anyways, just real quick, what steps do you take to ensure you are accurately representing the experiences of people different from yourself when taking on a role? And this is for anybody that wants to answer too.
People different from ourselves, like in other races.
I wouldn't say necessarily other racial groups, but more so personality wise. You know what I mean? For me, I'm a little bit more introverted, but sometimes I might have to step out of that character for stuff like this. You know what I mean? You have to be a little outgoing sometimes. So
Well, go ahead, Deshaun.
Oh, are you sure? Are you sure? You
Yeah. Because I was still figuring it out. Go ahead.
Oh, thanks. I think as far as Lily, that was a fun character because I was able to pull from him a lot of people that I just know personally in my life, and I would kind of just have conversations with lots of my friends, or I would remember previous conversations that I've had, and also just a lot of things that I've gone through in my own life to try to play as close to the truth and to represent this type of person. So I think just as far as steps for me personally, it would be just doing my own kind of research and pulling a lot of what I know and being able to relate a lot to this character and have a vast majority of resources that I know personally that I could talk to and try and represent and be like, how would you do this or how would you say that? So a little bit of me and then a lot of, just people that I know.
I want to give credit to Deshaun while we're here because he booked this like 3 days before we started filming. He had to record a song, learn his lines, develop a character. He had to do all that work in a very short amount of time. So I think he deserves some extra credit.
I came in,
So
I
Deshaun,
wanted to cry. I was so humble. I was like, wait a minute, wait, what's happened? And Portia, first day on set, she was so, so kind. And I will never forget that. She was like, all right, shoulders down. I was so
nervous. He was beyond nervous. Yeah. Our first scene.
Saw it.
I saw it. I saw it right on his face. I said, okay, he's nervous. Let me make this a reality, being a big sister to a brother right now, where I feel like I need to calm him down. First scene, I said, calm down, come in and be you. I see you have a personality. Come in and deliver it all. I will play with you. Let's have fun. Stick to the pages. Don't stick to the pages. Nothing can go wrong besides them saying, try something different or do the same thing you did again because we liked it. And that's what we did. And next thing you know, our brother-sister bond was just right there. But yes, shout out to her for saying that because he did come in the last minute and kill it. Yes.
Yes. I think this is important to be said for all of us, really, because we're all pretty much like children of faith here. What I found, at least throughout, my career, and I'm sure everybody would say the same, is like sometimes you're meant to play the role, but more importantly, you're used as a vessel to help somebody else through their journey. So everybody here did a phenomenal job. Like every single person brought their own flavor to the character. It naturally elevated off of the page, but there was almost sort of this weird kismic thing where it was just basically like an elevated version of their already embedded personality. And sometimes, thankfully, that's the blessing and the privilege of what we do is we get to, partake in the script. We get to portray it, but you never know who's going through that. And even with like examples with this script, like Deshaun's character, Lily, he said it best earlier. He wished he had seen a representation like that earlier when he was coming. So now think about the many individuals who get to watch themselves within this film and connect through something that's, festive and has like holiday cheer, but there's like the medicine that's hidden inside of it. And there's so many layers in this film that I think people are going to really get to enjoy. And thankfully, that's the blessing that we get to experience.
Absolutely. Well said.
I agree.
Thank you, everyone, for your time. I hope you all enjoy your holidays.
Thank you. And step out your shell, girl. Don't be shy.
I'm trying. Y'all see me
coming up and your question and asking things. Yes.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, next we have Master Media.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kiara. I am hosting and representing from Master Media today. We first want to say thank you to Kels for this great opportunity. So the movie for me was hilarious and definitely relatable. I definitely saw a lot of family members. I saw a lot of situations going on. Like my grandma minister, okay, I could see her point of view with the grandfather. I got some, okay, so it was a lot of stuff I could definitely relate to. But my question is, with this being a movie, a Christmas movie about traditions, I want to know, Portia and Denzel, y'all touched on this a little bit about how you prepared for the film, as far as, you know, y'all went and hung out and things of that nature. But how did you mesh your own traditions in with preparing for the film as well, so you could portray? And what part of this was your favorite part about the film?
Oh, so what was your favorite? I'll let Denzel go. What was your favorite part, and what did you channel? And then I'll go.
Was my favorite part?
Yeah, but she said, "What was our favorite?" Yeah, I mean that's a good question.
You know what? Since this is a relationship topic, I'll say this. Portia and I talk about this all the time. Is like immediately, first day. What was it? It was raining when we showed up in New York.
It was raining.
Yeah, we get to the old Best Western, and I'm checking in, and I just see a ton of luggage. At least 3 to 4 pieces of luggage. I thought J-Lo had came to town. You know, and this Portia Coleman, she was having the staff wait on her. Make sure to bring all of her luggage up to her place. And I was like, wow, this is gonna be my wife. And it was so perfect, because then after we were like, hey, you know, I got a car. Would you love to go to Walmart? And so we walked around Walmart. I pushed the cart. She showed me everything that she loved from all the various aisles. And it was already, we were finding this harmonious balance between Jerome and Kayla that again kind of mirrors some of our natural personalities. You know, so my pops always said, happy wife, happy life, you know, and Jerome is very much wanting to please Kayla until he needs to put a foot down, so to speak, you know. Portia had mentioned this earlier. So I could see those levels that I sort of brought to the character is, look, I would love my significant other to be very happy. You know, I would love to please her, but honestly, my mom, if I don't show up for Christmas, she gonna kill me. So I could see how those layers are reflected within my character Jerome, and I was like, well, that's easy. I've been in that situation before, you know. And Portia made it super easy because she's just a wonderful human being inside and out. And truly, it was an honor to play her husband on screen.
Yeah, the level-headedness is exactly what I think is exactly what he brought to the character. And that's exactly what Jerome is. And then Kayla, I hate to call her neurotic, but she just has so many things that pop in her mind at one time. She wants to execute it. She wants to get it done, but it just might not be the best way to go about it. But that's when she conveys to Jerome how she feels. And every time he's like, no, don't do that. That's not a good idea. And I'm like, that's exactly how I would be likely in a situation, because I am very much I'm a night owl, but I'm at the same time, I have so many things that I'm doing, from your acting, your singing, your dancing, your hosting. I think a million things at once. So sometimes I can talk fast, I move fast. And Denzel was the first person to say, you are really quick. Everything you do is like fast. And he was pointing out so many different nuances that I just brought to the role, that his calm, chill energy brought to the role. And it was just a perfect blend on steroids of both of our characters to bring this family to life. So it was a pleasure playing his wife as well. And he was sick. I don't know, you guys, we said on the last one, for the first couple of days on set, he was actually sick. He went to the hospital. So it was like we had to like band around him to make sure like he was good. And I felt like a wife. I was texting him, are you good? What can I bring you? You know, it was really like, it's you're a human and a person before you are an actor on set reporting for a call time. We loved each other, to care about each other, see how they were on days off. And it was a great time. And hopefully they feel that, because it was truly authentic. And again, shout out to Clarence and Pierre for bringing this story to life, because we need more of it. So like, share, comment, post, tell everybody about it so we can get these numbers all the way up.
Well, kudos to Denzel, because I definitely watched the movie. You were definitely relatable. I felt like I was watching my brother and his new wife do go the same thing, because my mama was like, I don't care about you being married. Like, ain't gonna change. You need to Christmas dinner is at this time. So, and they end up, you know, obviously my family just, you know, they went there first and then they came on over. So, you know, everybody was happy. So thank you so much. I am definitely actually going to be playing this at my Christmas Eve family dinner with all my family. So I'm super excited. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. The executive pass.
Okay, this is Tracy Morrison from the Exclusive Press. And I want to give everybody their flowers for this movie, coming down from the writer down to the actors, the actress, and the production team. So, being that the movie is about newlyweds juggling to trying to please families, and this message for Clarence William and Adele Givens. So, when you all was newlyweds, how did you and your spouse decide on which family to visit during the holidays?
Stell, you wanna take that first?
What was the question about a newlywed? Did you say Adele and newlywed in the same sentence?
Sorry. No, I was saying that being that the movie is about like newlyweds like working to please like their families. So I know with you and Clarence, you all are married. So when you all was newlyweds, how did you and your spouse decide on like which family to see during the holidays?
Oh, for me, it was extremely easy. It was my family. Not necessarily the happy wife, happy life thing, but my husband was raised as a Jehovah's Witness, so it was all good.
That Jehovah's Witness, so that was an easy decision.
It was easy. They weren't having no parts of Christmas.
Okay.
For me, so I'm I'm based out on the West Coast, but I'm originally from the East Coast. My wife is from the West Coast, so I live out here. So it's honestly easy access going to her family. But like for example, like for Thanksgiving, my mom came out and my aunt, so we spent Thanksgiving. We kind of did a too many Christmases thing, but it wasn't at the same time. So we had Thanksgiving dinner early with my mom and my aunt. Then afterwards, we went over to my in-laws. So we definitely communicate, and we definitely do not want to be like Jerome and Kayla doing things at the exact same time. We're like, maybe at this time we're gonna go see these people. Other time we'll go to these people, but we're not trying to juggle multiple things because we don't want to spread ourselves too thin.
Okay, thank you, and I hope you all have a happy holiday.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right.
All right, next up we have Mac. Mac, are you here? Oh, okay.
Yes, I am. Hey, this is Mac 357 from the Evening Experience radio show. I saw the movie, incredible, superstars. But I met Jahan once to Clarence. See, you showed him where the bathroom was. When I saw him, he was coming out the bathroom, and he said, "Don't go in there for 30 to 45 minutes." Yeah. I'm joking. I'm joking. I want to say first and foremost, God bless you, Jahan. I understand. My mother passed of cancer, but I wish God will put His healing hand on your father, and everything goes well.
Thank you so much.
My question to the entire group is, and any two can answer, or anybody can answer. Did you feel the dynamic of the actual movie when reading it? Because y'all are not the traditional, as you said, fall in love, everybody happy in the end, chaos ensues. And it was something that was even more dynamic in this movie because of the fact that you put the truth in people's faces that most people, kind of shy away from when it comes to having people in their family that might be part of the LGBT community, not, wanting to face it, not wanting to deal with it. That is something different than any movie that I've ever seen in a long time. Too many times you'll have the person come through in a scene, they leave, they don't discuss the process, but tell me how everybody felt reading the script and getting to that place.
I honestly started to cry when I read that particular scene. I was crying. I'm like, I got a reputation to uphold. I can't be crying. This is a comedic movie, but it had so much reality in it, so many real life points in the movie. It was hard. So when I was reading it, it felt authentic. It felt I was grateful that I was offered a role in such a movie, because it really is a good script. Clarence, kudos to you. Seriously, you wrote the hell out of this film. And kudos to everybody who acted in it because y'all really, and thank y'all for making me feel so comfortable. Let me say that because I don't know. I saw a chat a minute ago and I'm like, oh, I guess we could have been chatting. Whatever. But this is a very authentic film, and it just was easy to digest because you could relate to so much of it. I'm just grateful to be a part of it. I think it's going to be a classic.
Yeah. To piggyback off that, I think the storylines were complete. Like she said, it's not, or like you said, it wasn't a character coming in, walking out, and you're like, why did that character pop up? What are they here for? I don't understand their purpose. None of that happened. These characters all were a part of the family. It wasn't even a large cast, but every storyline that was touched on had a chance to get completed, worked through, corrected, and also just discussed. And I think that's just the point of the movie, is to discuss things, because you might be feeling the same thing as someone else, but you don't know their perspective until you actually bring it to the table and share it. And sometimes those hard decisions and conversations have to be had. You know, timing is everything, but at the same time, what's a better time than getting 30 people together that haven't been together for years to address something that could be bothering somebody in the family? That could be, you know, a life or death situation. What if someone is suicidal? What if someone is going through depression? What if someone is going through an issue, and just a conversation about their family could have shifted the whole narrative? So I love that we touched on so many stories and we were able to complete those stories within this little block of time.
I just wanted to say real quick, just, you know, I feel like as a writer, a script is just the script until, you know, a talented cast and crew bring it to life. So I just wanted to say, you know, just kudos to all of the talented cast, crew, producers, everyone that brought this story to life.
Thanks, Clarence.
Thank you.
Well, I want to say thanks to everybody. And once again, y'all did an incredible storyline. It was brought to life. And Jahan character, I know a couple of people who act like him with the biscuits in the pocket. Yeah, so
we all know.
Hey man, y'all act like y'all don't be hungry. Y'all know y'all always got the family member that's like, hey, you can't eat this right now. So none of y'all going to just, you know, steal a biscuit early. Nobody in here is doing that.
Absolutely.
Not at grandma's house.
And you get the pocket dirt on the biscuit. You ate all the crumbs.
Everything.
Hey, let me tell you, Adele was smacking my hand hard too. Like, I don't know, she was really smacking the biscuits out my hand.
It had to be authentic.
Yeah.
But I appreciate everybody. And once again, thank you to the Jameson Agency for making this happen. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Yeah.
Of course. Okay, you guys, we're down to the last two. So we have the chatty passenger.
Hello, everyone. First, I want to thank the Jameson Agency for this wonderful experience. I'm Lavetta Jenkins of chattypassenger.com, and I have a question that I want to pose to both Jordan and Adele. With the holidays approaching quick, and after experiencing this movie, what are you looking forward to with the Christmas holiday and your families? I'll go to Jordan first and then to Adele, please.
I'm really looking forward to just seeing all of my family. We're a type of family that we have one household, which is my grandmother's, because she does the cooking. We have, you know, when we were little, we used to go to her house for everything. So for us, from my immediate family, it's always been my grandmother down in the DMV. So, you know, I'm really excited to spend a lot of time with them. And I really do miss when I was younger, opening them presents. It's not the same now, you know, I'm older, you know, but I really do miss those times. So just seeing my sister grow up and my cousin grow up before my eyes, and, you know, we're spending the Christmas time together in a different way than we did when we were younger. So I'm excited to bring those memories back and just to revisit those together.
Awesome. The holidays don't hit the same once you grow up.
They don't. It's totally different. I'm like, yo, I miss back then when I was 7. You know what I'm saying? Excited about the tree.
Magic in it, and now as an adult, you have to put the magic in it, and it ain't so fun. It's not so fun.
Exactly.
I know that you know about it. So tell me what you're looking forward to this year with your family.
For me, I'm just looking forward to I'm old school now. So we just appreciate the little things, the simple things, sitting around, you know, talking smack with each other, drinking, gambling, whatever it is we do. I'm just looking for basically 2 gifts, because my birthday is on New Year's Day, and, you know, they be trying to gift a sister, you know, like, No, I want 2 birthday gifts. I don't want that gift that y'all been trying to, give me every year. So I'm just looking forward to harassing them. One year, my sister gave me a skirt for Christmas, which was beautiful. And the next week, she gives me a jacket. It was Stevie Wonder could tell that was a suit when she bought it. She just separated a family to be cheap and give me 2 gifts.
That's what I would have done. I'm not even gonna be mad. I'm that.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of unigift creativity happens this year. But I basically just being with my family, making people laugh, because I'll be working too sometime, but just enjoying life.
Adele, my mom's birthday is the 27th, so she definitely gets a unigift. Now I feel triggered. I feel it in my heart. Like,
I'm known for giving the chain on Christmas and then the medallion that will go with it.
Oh my God.
That is hilarious.
That's horrible.
I've never heard that.
The bracelet and then the neck. I'm known for that. Hey, I don't want to pay. Thank you all so much for answering my questions. Wonderful film, and I cannot wait to watch it again with my family this holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, and our last outlet, She Show Out Media. Miss Sonya J, are you here?
Is she here or did she leave us?
She's on mute.
Uh-oh. Are you here?
I think she's there. This is.
We can't hear her.
Let me see.
She's on the
If you're there, we can't hear you.
Speak out.
Does she know how to unmute?
Or forever hold your peace.
That forever. It didn't got dark in your car, John. You definitely had a stakeout.
Man, y'all had this is a real press release, right?
Yes, that's
Press junket. Okay, well, seasons change on this day.
You didn't think you'd be in the car for 3 hours, did you?
I didn't think. I was like, oh, I really look like I'm about to take out.
I had to turn the defrost on.
Right. It's gotta be.
She said her speaker went out. Are you not able to speak at all?
Did she want to type a question real quick? Or
in the chat?
Yeah, she can type it.
Yeah, because I can see you typing me.
Save the best for last for sure. I think.
Would you like to type it? I'm trying to give her a second before I close it out.
Let her do her thing. And while we wait for her, you know what I'm saying? My only request is for us to send the link. All y'all in here who got the link, send us the link.
Thank you. Share it. Send it to
It can even be the bootleg one, like the camera version.
Yeah, Pierre probably listening.
It better not be bootlegged already.
It probably is already. Make sure you guys send us like screenshots or tag us.
Yeah, somebody DM me the link on Instagram.
Yeah.
Hashtag too many Christmases.
Yeah.
Pierre ain't gonna hire none of us up again.
Hey, Julie.
Huh?
Hey, Julie.
Julie.
Great. We've been listening.
Julie.
They're great. We love you.
So awesome.
Bye. Thank you, Julie.
Holidays.
Pierre done went and put his turtleneck on.
Come on. Yeah, we're gonna go out.
They got a Christmas party to go to.
I love it.
That boy clean.
But no, how about the craziest thing? Yesterday, while we did our interview, Pierre has a twin.
He has a twin. Who knew that?
I know about it.
But did he introduce y'all? Did he like?
Yeah.
Okay, so
it was crazy. Like
in our portion of the interview, he just starts and just like we're watching this twin, and I'm like, oh, Pierre just he just sitting there like he's about to, and then Pierre pops on and goes into a conversation like, oh, you ain't just going to address the elephant in the room, like
right?
I thought there was some AI going on. I'm like,
it was insane. I had no idea because I was like, wait, Pierre, and he said, okay, take it away now, and I was like. But Pierre, you just thought it was here.
I thought it was Pierre until it wasn't.
And then his brother just sitting there
just looking all Pierre.
They move very similar. Very
everything, right?
Yeah.
Their sound was similar. Everything. It was like, oh my gosh. That is
Pierre is really sending me right now.
like it's nuts. Pierre's the turtleneck kind of. I was like, it was beyond nuts. So
Hey,
yeah,
the question is, was that Pierre's twin with the turtleneck though? Oh, was that really big?
I don't know. Where were they at? Were they in New York? I don't know where they were at doing the interview with us from. Do you know where that was?
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
We won't know.
No
Twins
idea.
is crazy.
That was nuts. Yeah, it was super fun. You guys had fun yesterday on that same one? You guys did fun?
Yeah, that was a good conversation. That was a great conversation.
That's dope.
It definitely wasn't a Titanic movie like today, but it was definitely.
Right. I know. I'm glad I didn't have to go to the bathroom or something. I'm like,
Man, I haven't
I had
eaten.
no
nothing,
idea.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
I didn't know it was gonna be 3 hours. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, I thought
Did y'all read the email?
I ain't
No,
mad at it.
no,
Oh,
they
is it?
They
Of
said
course,
it might
of course Denzel would have read the email all the way
might
through.
be a full hour. They said it might, right, but they said it may be different blogs. It might be, so I'm not sure.
Oh, it definitely was different blogs. It
Oh,
definitely,
yeah.
Everybody came in this joint.
they definitely lived up to that. You know what I'm
They
saying?
definitely did that, right?
Well, Miss Sonia, we tried waiting. I don't know what's going on, but unfortunately, we may have to try to set something up different for you for another day.
Okay.
I do want to give the cast the opportunity to give any closing remarks.
Great movie. I had so
Okay.
much fun. Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, it was amazing. Energy was amazing. I would love a part 2 with everybody. It would be amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for this. It was great. I had a great time with you guys.
Beautiful movie. Everybody did their thing. You know, we love to work, so let's get more work, like Jordan said. And Clarence, I'm gonna be hitting you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be waiting.
Got some stuff to catch up on, my boy. And send the
I'll be
link.
waiting. I'm telling you, I'll be waiting.
Oh, you gonna get a DM. You gonna get a DM.
Funny. No, it was awesome. So good to see everybody again. We haven't all seen each other, obviously. That's amazing. You guys, I can't wait. Fridays couldn't come sooner. Let's run it up, obviously, and hopefully everyone gets together, rocks it, because like you said, we could be on the live next talking about part 2. So, you know what I'm saying?
Let me know where the watch party at.
I know. That's the thing. I'm trying to see. It's just getting location and different stuff like that. But I know when I was talking to Pierre, he was saying the watch parties do at the same time take away views, because if you're at one watch party, you got a bunch of people. Those are all different TVs where those people could have been.
Okay, producer.
I already thought about it. I already thought about doing like a
But
screen
see,
in the
you know, like,
house or
turn your TV on when you leave. You know, don't worry about the electricity bill.
And-
Just keep that running.
and still run it up.
You'll show up to the
Exactly.
watch party.
Yeah, I'm down.
Boy,
But that's
Denzel did that like a bot.
it's right. How it works.
Producer
Run it up.
mode is on. We could set up a couple phones. We all gonna have phones in the room right now. You all go to betplus.com.
Yes.
And
And
that counts an IP login. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Correct.
Facts.
Get different accounts, because you can always sign up for different accounts. BET Plus, it's free for 7 days. Sign it
True.
up. If people don't have it, sign up. Watch the movie, stream it over and over and over and over and over again. And then after that, then like I said, it'll likely already be airing on BET. But at least we got the numbers for the first few days, or like the first 24 hours on the app. So he's right.
True.
Yeah.
While you're at the barbershop, while you're taking your kids to school, you know?
That
If they
part.
and they get a little restless, put on Too Many Christmases.
Put it on. Put it on. Yes, sir.
All right, you guys. So make sure you tune in this Thursday, December 12th, streaming on BET Plus and Amazon Prime. We're heading out. This is the cast of Too Many Christmases.
Can you do a screenshot? I'm always screen. Can you do a screenshot for us, since we're all on at the same time? So
You might not be able to see me.
send it to us. Yeah. Well, anybody that's behind you guys can see it, so we can all have just something. You know what I'm saying?
I'll
Like,
smile. You see my teeth.
I'll do it because
I
I
we see all your teeth behind. Yeah.
Yo, brother. Looking like
Okay,
a
one
Cheshire cat.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
My
gonna do
phone
it.
about to die.
That's the gums. I see all good.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay, I'm 1, 2, 3. The one smile. Got it.
I did my eyes big so you can see my eyes too.
Yo, Deshaun, can I ask you a quick question?
All eyes.
Deshaun,
Yeah.
my bad, brother. What was it like to finally stand up to your grandfather, and how did the cast feel about that? I was burning inside.
Well, I feel like everyone was kind of rooting for, not kind of, everyone was rooting for Lily throughout the entire film. So it was a hard moment. actually that scene was very vulnerable and kind of hard to shoot. And I was like, God, I'm so nervous. Are the tears going to come? Lord, I'm just going to pray and you do my whole actor homework and we're just going to do it. But Willie, he's such a great actor. And again, coming from a place of truth and knowing that, you know, a younger version of myself is having to, you know what I mean? Having the chance to do this. There's so many emotions, and shooting that scene, it just happened because I was like, the script, back to Clarence, it was all I had to do was say the words and just connect to it. I didn't have to think. I was like, just say the words, connect to it, and talk to who I've had to have this conversation with in my own family. So that was a very hard but also very fulfilling moment to get to do and make peace with a lot of things.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And boy, BJ said, you ain't gonna limit me to questions.
I love it.
I'm like, he
used the last one. He's like, well, Shasheen.
Did the moderator leave? Excuse me, I meant to ask you.
His shot. I love it.
All right, you guys. Well, we're done here.
All right.
Thank you guys so much.
Love y'all.
Thank you.
Before y'all go, let me
so much.
say to each and every one of y'all, thank y'all from the bottom of my heart for everything. Y'all made me feel so at home and with family, and that's not always the case. So I appreciate y'all, and happy holidays to each other.
Thank you. We love you so much. You are amazing.
Love you.
So many Christmases.
Hey.
Yes.
December 12th. Go watch it.
Let's get it.
Guys.
Bye, y'all. Send us